Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coop.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
All right, let's create some energy. I want trivia right off the top. Canadian trivia right off the top. How many questions on the card?
5.
How many am I going to get right, Coop? How many questions will I get right? 2. Let's do it right away. Let's get going. Let's start with trivia. Nothing gets me going like... I didn't know it had a score pad with it. Wow, we could use this for golf.
I could score you and just keep it.
Would we remember... I don't know if we'd... I don't know how that works. Okay.
Me neither.
I just killed the momentum there. All right, let's go. Canadian trivia. 5-question card right off the top.
Which two countries' hockey teams squared off during the famous Summit Series in 1972?
Canada. Now, as it was known at the time, the Soviet Union. Does it say Soviet Union or Russia on there?
Soviet
Union. Because it was known as the Soviet Union at the time.
Who is Margaret Atwood? Actor, painter,
author.
or writer?
Writer. Imagine if we were like, I'm a imagine if we applied for a job. And we're like, I'm a very good writer.
No, R-I-G-H-T-O-R.
Yeah. They'd be like, I don't think you are.
Finish the lyrics. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom.
I don't know. I can't.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom. Like a waving flag.
There you go. Who is that?
Kanon?
Kanan?
I've heard the lyrics.
Okay. That's a newer tune? Okay,
no, it's not a newer tune.
What is that?
Wasn't that a song for like the World Cup?
Is that for the Olympics or something?
Wasn't it for the World Cup?
Oh.
Where's our resident soccer
Where's
freak?
the Wannock? He's probably playing rat ball, sewer ball
soccer
outside.
Boy!
He's probably trying to head himself.
Hey, soccer boy, get in here.
Yeah, Kanon.
Soccer lad to the rescue. What year?
2009.
Was it a Canadian guy?
Yeah, Somali Canadian artist.
Oh, okay. Well, because I got 2 out of 3 so far.
2 out of 3, baby.
I've already equaled what you thought I would do, Kubasa. All right.
Who could, in quote, count by twos and tie his shoes?
So it's going to be it wasn't a bear called Jeremy.
Count by twos and tie his shoes.
Is it multiple choice?
No.
I do not know this. Well, I'll take a guess.
He was a turtle.
Oh, not Arthur. Arthur was the aardvark. I can see it because we used to rent these at Blockbuster. I don't know.
Franklin.
Franklin
the turtle.
That's Canadian? He's Canadian? Here's Franklin trying to reach down and here he is trying to reach down and tie his shoes. The back shoes especially. The front shoes were fine.
It was a Canadian TV series. Started 97, ran for 6 seasons.
Final question. You're 2 of 4 at this point.
Okay.
Were there wild horses in Canada before Europeans came to North America?
I will say yes.
No.
I got, not good. 40%.
No.
I thought that would create some energy. Instead, I've only created a zone of failure.
That's okay.
I did okay. I mean, I got the 2 you had to get.
We'll try again later.
Do you think there would be anybody that would not know Margaret Atwood's profession?
Coop
would have known.
I knew it. I don't know what.
No, I did.
You say that
I'm
now.
surprised they made that multiple choice.
Me too.
I mean, it's kind of like, how do you not know that?
Well, was Margaret Atwood part of like social studies? Was she not?
No, I don't know if I've ever read a Margaret Atwood book. I just know who Margaret Atwood is. If you studied Margaret Atwood in high school or university, send us a text. 780-218-9999. That's the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, which is turning 20 this year. And they're going to celebrate until October. a 10-month-long promotion. Get this. They're giving away over $1 million in prizes, including 35 winners of $20,000 in casino-free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash, and more. Go to rivercreeresort.com. Check that out. Check out all the shows they have coming out and all that fun stuff. Dun, da, da, da. And I believe that's their official theme song.
Yeah, every time one of those 56 winners
That's right.
comes up for their $1,000.
Every time there's
congrats,
a spin.
Mr. Peterson.
Dun, da, da, da. Oh, that's classic. What did Margaret Atwood? By the way, we have lots of sports stuff to talk about, everybody. Well, some.
Yeah.
What did Margaret Atwood write besides The Handmaid's Tale? There's the trivia question, because I wouldn't have got any of these.
Well, there's The Blind Assassin.
Oh, you knew what? You knew one. Or you're looking it up.
No.
Oh, you're looking it up. Okay.
The Testaments, which looks to be somehow associated with The Handmaid's Tale.
Okay.
Oryx and Crake.
Right?
And who can forget Alias Grace?
Not me.
Not me.
But I feel like any Canadian would know that she's a writer. Wouldn't they?
I
you
believe
really
so.
need multiple choice for that? I mean, maybe if you're 8, you wouldn't know. I feel like almost anybody would know that. Maybe I'm being incredibly wrong. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. This is Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. He's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. At the technical desk is Zachary Kubish. The Oilers losing 1-0 last night to the New York Islanders. They will be in Vancouver tomorrow at 8, so that'll be a 7 o'clock Oil Stream GCL Diesel pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola. 6 o'clock game with a 5 o'clock pregame show on Sunday against the St. Louis Blues. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will play career game number 1,000. We will talk about the Oilers today, of course. We'll go to Vancouver and visit with Matt Sekeres. The Canucks have not won a game this calendar year. Their last win was December 29th. They are doing quite poorly. Of course, they traded Quinn Hughes a while ago, and we'll get the mood out there in Vancouver. More NFL talk, of course. Jay and I will make our predictions for the weekend. So what did we go? You were 5-1 and I was 3-3, or were you 4-2 and I was 2-4?
5-1.
And I was 3-3.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're ahead.
I am.
We're going to probably disagree. I think we're going to disagree on 3 games, maybe? No. Maybe only. Well, I'm not sure, actually.
I don't know.
I think we'll disagree on 2, maybe 3 games.
Well, I know we're going to disagree on 1.
But I've already given away 2 of my picks.
How?
Because if you don't remember, I won't say it then.
For your Super Bowl picks.
We're going to go to Denver. We'll talk to Brandon Cristall from Guerrilla Sports. We'll get some perspective there on the Broncos. This is by request, right? We got a big Broncos fan that's listened to the station. So we're pandering.
But you've got to remember that there are a lot of Bronco fans in Edmonton because Pat Bolin and the Bolin family, I don't know if they owned or own the Broncos. I think they owned.
Yeah, I don't know if they do anymore.
He's from Edmonton.
Right. Didn't he play for the Huskies?
Well, he supported the Huskies quite a bit,
anyway,
yes.
Yeah. Well, and I think because they're in the same time zone and they've been a pretty good franchise, so they probably have a lot of fans in Edmonton and area.
Yeah, they probably do.
Really good team this year. Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week is today. Molly McKee from Fort Sask High School?
Yeah, home of the Stingers.
Home of the Stingers. So she's going to be, I'm just parroting whatever you said. I don't even know the team name.
Go Stingers.
Is that actually their chant?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll find out.
We'll ask.
Words of the day coming up. We're going to have Benny in for something a little different than blind rankings, but it's all going to be incredibly fun. You look like you were going to talk. No?
No talk.
Just hanging out?
Just hanging out.
Let's do the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. The locals munched on a big New York bagel at Rogers Place. Dandy Dry pounded one off the pipe in the last minute. The Oilers will bring some soup to the basement tomorrow for the Canucks. Bouncy Bo is leaving the Jays for the Mets. 126 million smackaroos. Heck, I'd move to the Big Apple and room with Oscar the Grouch for that kind of dough. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a banana peel in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? And our own Joaquin Gage is dusting off the gear for the local skills competition. The last time I saw a keeper this old, he was carrying a ring to a volcano. I'm Chet Palmer.
I like that. Now that would be in relation to the Lord of the Rings.
I think he made a Lord of the Rings reference.
Wow.
Now, were the hobbits old? Or was he did Gandalf ever carry the ring? I don't know. Were the hobbits like they're smaller, but do they live a long time?
I don't know.
Does anybody know? Cool. What do you know about Lord of the Rings?
I know that there was a ring, and then there was some lords and some wizards.
Okay, but the
and
question is
hobbits.
the specific question, really.
Yeah.
Do we know how old the hobbits were?
Search it up here. Long-lived. Average lifespan of about 100 years.
Well, that's simply not true. Fake news.
Yeah, so we don't know where they were in their lifespan when they were. What was the guy's name again? What's the hero of the Hobbit, or what's the hero
I've
of
never
Lord of the
seen
Rings?
the Lord of the Rings.
What's the guy played by? Who played him? Elijah Wood
Elijah Wood.
played. Did he play Bilbo, or was that
Bilbo
the other?
Baggins. Yeah.
Or was Bilbo the other one that had the ring for a while? Played by Ian Holm.
Frodo.
Oh.
Frodo. Thank you.
Frodo Baggins.
Anyway,
Yes.
apparently I did not see that coming. A Lord of the Rings
I
reference.
did not. That came out of left field.
Yeah.
Almost like the
But this is Chet. He referenced
Dandy Dry is good.
Sesame Street and Lord of the Rings in the same sportscast.
And Bagels from New York.
Yes.
Very well versed.
Yeah. Did he call him Dandy Dry before? I guess that's Drysdale's name.
I don't know if I've heard that.
I think that might be what he calls him. Anyway, the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear. Quickly, what do you think of the game?
I thought it was.
We'll dive in a little more later.
I thought it
but
was
just-
an entertaining game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that was an all-out. It's too bad that one of those goaltenders had to lose because they both played spectacular. I mean, the Oilers had their chances, but well, we'll talk about the term that's been floating around a lot today, Reid, because I know it bothers you.
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear that, Jay. Well,
Reid loves when people say that their team got goalied.
I sure do.
It's his favorite term.
Not overused at all. Though perhaps relevant last night in many ways. I will take the positive out of that game,
You have to.
and I think that it was another fine performance by Connor Ingram. He wasn't as busy, obviously, but he made some very good saves. I mean, for most of the game, he didn't blink. I mean, it's not like he let in a weak goal or a questionable goal. He got beat on a nice power play
What a goal that power play goal
set
was.
up. So, yeah, for the worst power play in the league going into last night. But they made a nice play. I think I said this last night on the postgame show. I think it almost looked to me as if they said, well, our power play sucks. Let's just work on one play. And if we can get the puck, we'll just try to set up that one play. Because Barzal just skated all the way around till he got in the spot, and he was like, okay, hike, let's go.
You don't often get to see the genesis of a play in hockey because there's so many moving pieces. But that was a beautiful goal, beautiful setup. I mean, they couldn't draw it up any better, really, right? The way it ended.
But I got to look on the bright side with Ingram.
Well, what do you mean look on the bright side? Of course,
The bright side of the game was his performance.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's been a huge bright side. Goals against in each game he's played: 3-1-3, 6, 2-3-1-1.
Not bad.
So, 3 games. To me, I think if a goalie allows 3 or less, he's at least given you a chance most nights. I mean, I know last night it wouldn't have helped, but ever since against Boston, he didn't have a great game. He allowed 6 goals in that game. He's bounced back by allowing 7 goals in his next 4 games.
Yeah, he's playing very well.
This guy's been a very good goalie.
Yes.
For the Edmonton Oilers. He has only 1 game in which his save percentage was below 900. That was that Boston game. Against LA, the shootout loss, he was exactly 900. He was 944 last night, 967 in Chicago. He has been. I got to give him credit, especially considering how bad his AHL numbers were. To me, he's been. I would even say excellent.
Well, and it's funny that to say that, because when Connor Ingram was acquired, that was the thing. Okay, well, Oilers fans have to keep an eye on him down in Bakersfield, see how it's going, and it wasn't great. So this is quite a story that's developing with Connor Ingram.
It could turn out to be an absolute home run.
Yes.
Yeah, and Stan Bowman, Jeff Jackson criticized a lot, including by me, for some of the decisions. But if Connor Ingram becomes the goaltender for the Edmonton Oilers, now a lot of that credit rides with Ingram, but you still had to acquire him.
Is this the most, I won't say excited, but hopeful you've felt about the Oilers goaltending situation? I don't know, in the last 10 years?
Well, I don't know about that.
5 years?
I mean, Mike Smith was pretty good.
Mike Smith was pretty good.
I mean, after Skinner's first year, you thought,
but I'm saying just the whole body of work with Tristan Jarry.
Well, I think it's just a feel-good story.
Yeah,
just Ingram specifically, and it doesn't look like he's fluking it out. Like he's playing solid goal.
No, there's consistency to this.
Yeah,
there is a pattern here.
Yeah, so good for him. Hopefully, he can keep it going. I mean, as Knobloch said yesterday, we don't know what they're going to do with the 3 goalies. We'll see how they get used this weekend. But to me, that should be acknowledged as a big storyline from last night. How good he played, and he went toe to toe with one of the best in the league.
Yep,
and only got beat on a power play goal. Couple obviously incredibly close calls for the Oilers. I thought that Bouchard goal, I thought it was in. Until I saw the replay.
But it was funny that the reaction from the players was none of them thought it was in. Like the
ref pointed and then everybody stopped.
Yeah, and it's too bad that play was whistled dead because they were still in prime attacking.
Yeah, true.
In a prime attacking situation.
And then Draisaitl had everybody celebrating.
Connor was celebrating.
Yeah,
Connor put.
Well, we were
that would have made Jay's play of the day too. Darn.
No, it wasn't a power play goal.
I thought
that was 6v5.
Oh,
it was at the goalie.
Oh no, the Bouch one.
Oh, the Bouch one would have been a power play goal.
Because it was
McDavid
to Draisaitl or I don't know. It would have made Jay's play of the day count.
All right, if you want to get in touch, 780-218-9999 is how you text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can listen on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. If you're already using one of those apps, encourage other people to find us and check us out. We also have the YouTube channel, Edmonton Sports Talk. Please subscribe to it if you haven't already. And while you are taking us in on YouTube, click that thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
All right, we've been doing a pretty good job getting to 100 every show. We have got to 100 every show this week. Let's not end that on a Friday. So if you haven't clicked, click it right away. Just click it once, because if you multi-click it, you'll cancel it out. And then click the share button, send the show link off to somebody else and say, hey, these guys are going to have a fun Friday. A lot of great sports talk, a lot of other fun things that they're going to meander their way through. And let's get to 100 thumbs as quickly as possible. And let's do the off-topic topic. This, of course, is presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
Well, this comes off the heels of what was just an incredible thing that happened yesterday that Dusty touched on this in the morning show. Yesterday on the morning show, Jack Michaels was calling Dustin. He mentioned it on the show.
Right.
Well, why was he calling him? Well, Luke Gazdick was on the show yesterday and said that the weather in Toronto was terrible.
Yep.
The person that was to do I don't know the name, Reid, but the person that was to do the play-by-play.
Brendan Burke, I think, yeah.
For MSG Network, for the Islanders in Edmonton last night, was stuck in Toronto. And they called Dusty. They called in the big wheel and said, hey, we need you to fill in. So, boom, he's out of here like a cat. Like, just an incredible opportunity for Dustin. And he goes home and does 3 hours of prep, Reid, like solid.
Just in case.
And then he gets the call, sorry to get your hopes up, but he got caught a flight. He's on his way. So we were thinking about it. It would have been a great, actually in Dustin's, I guess, I don't know, defense, it wouldn't have been a great game to call. a 1-0 shutout. But
Well, he wouldn't have called a lot of goals. There was a lot of action.
there was a lot of action, yeah. But the off-topic topic then, since Dusty didn't get to call that game last night, what would you like to hear our CEO, the owner of Edmonton Sports Talk, the one and only Dustin Nielsen, what would you like to hear Dustin do play-by-play of?
Yeah.
So the first thing that came to my mind, this is another event that came up today, is Corey B of the Nasty Chat, Nasty Club member, been listening since day
Very
one.
loyal listener.
Has EST tattooed on his thigh. Well, he's now going to get Reid's face tattooed somewhere on his body and has started a GoFundMe page. So don't worry, if you want the details of this, Corey B will be on our show on Monday. We're going to have Corey B on to talk about it, why, how, all that fun
Yeah,
stuff.
well, even I'm curious as to why.
Reid has already donated. I'm going to match Reid's donation.
I just got a text
in
from a
support.
friend who donated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this is going to happen. But I would like Dusty to call the play-by-play of that tattoo. I think of, and the artist is reaching for a different color, and it's into the pen. Oh, and the application's been made. That would be pretty interesting. So send those in. That's the off-topic topic for William Huff. What would you like to hear Dustin do play-by-play of? Reid?
Well, I think for me, it's obvious childbirth.
What is happening? Hang on.
Are you kidding me? What is happening?
Oh, my God.
It's a boy? Are you kidding me? I thought it was going to be a girl.
Selfishly,
I put 100 on Play Alberta for girl.
the odds are amazing. Selfishly, though, around the office,
In trouble trying to get away. He will
Well, that could be for childbirth, too. In trouble trying to get away.
Okay, hang on, Coop. Hold your thought.
Sorry,
Hold your
Coop.
thought.
I couldn't help
Hold your
it,
thought.
Coop.
Play that, but just think that this is him.
play this. Listen, and imagine that he's calling a childbirth.
in trouble trying to get away. He will not. Oh, what is he doing? What is he doing? He throws it away. It's picked up and brought back by Captain Thomas. Touchdown, Hamilton. What is happening? The Ticats strike again. Oh my goodness.
All right. Sorry, Coop.
no, that's frankly amazing. That was quite the image. Selfishly, though, I mean, we spent a lot of time on the arcade machine. Maybe some puzzle bobble. That would be kind of boring compared to your guys's, but I would like to see that. But I
That
just
would
get
be good.
I just get
I
beat
like
by
that.
Trev every time I play anyway, so it would be a boring game to call.
Saskatoon Muncher says play-by-play of LTE walking to work in a minus 35 blizzard. That would be good. Just following him with a headset on. Yeah, that would be incredible. This one came in on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You could send your suggestions in at 780-218-9999. This actually came in twice. Waddy and Cloverdale and Hodgie both said they would love to hear Dusty do play-by-play of Gager. Oh, no, Hodgie's is play-by-play of the skills competition with Gage. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Waddy and Cloverdale says, I would love to hear Dusty do play-by-play of Gager, on a trip to the Italian center shop.
Oh, that'd be pretty good. What is happening? I've never seen these foods.
Are you kidding me?
They have beans in a jar?
Are you kidding me?
He reached for the focaccia.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness. We do have fun, don't we?
A little bit.
780-218-9999, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. That's how you text us. Well, you can also email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. We would like to get a limerick or two today.
Oh, yeah.
Limericks have slowed down a little bit. We understood that there's some ebb and flow to some of the bits on the show. I think we need to make a bit of a comeback with the limericks.
VR usually is good for one on Friday.
Yeah, especially if we guilt them into it.
Yes, like we just did.
Yeah. If you are write a limerick or you're a poopy head.
Poopy VR? Rip City Step says his glue guy should get a matching Reid tattoo. I can tell you one thing for sure, Rip City Step. I will not. This body is a temple. I don't have tattoos. Do you have tattoos?
I don't have tattoos.
I don't think
you should get a tattoo of a turtle.
That would make sense. Coop, do you have any tattoos?
Nope, and not much aspiration to get one, but...
Does anybody in this office have tattoos?
Lieutenant Eric?
Yes.
He has Liverpool
Benny.
and Saskatchewan.
Benny?
Yeah, Benny, number 17 on his
Right,
arm.
on his the inside of his wrist.
Yeah, maybe something else as well. But I think those are the only two that come to mind right away.
I'm not sure. We don't really go around
Benny.
asking.
I bet you Iwanek has barbed wire around his upper arm. That would be real
And
hard.
a koi fish on his lower back.
Right in the center of his back?
Yeah. That's what I bet. Caster says, Dusty doing play-by-play of Jasmine's morning drive to EST. She's in the left lane. What is she doing?
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Collingwood Rob, play-by-play of YTT and Glue Guy in a hot tub.
Call the dogs off.
Or whether you'll know which one to play. And Trev steps into the shower. Oh, he's lying down. What is he doing?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, we're going to have fun with this. We are going to have fun with it.
Oh, my goodness. All right. 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. The off-topic topic for William Hoff. What would you like to hear Dustin Nielsen do play-by-play of? If you've been listening for the last 2 minutes, it does not have to be a sport.
No.
It's probably funnier if it isn't.
Are you kidding me?
Just like that over and over again. Okay. Oh, Ben Thompson is standing by. We got the afternoon debate for Edmonton Garrison. Here's the coup.
Career-long Blue Jay Bo Bichette is headed to the Mets, agreeing to a 3-year contract worth $126 million. The 27-year-old can opt out of the contract after both years 1 and 2. Staying out east, William Nylander is doubtful for the Leafs tomorrow against the Jets. Nylander went down with a lower body injury last night in Vegas, playing less than 3 minutes in the contest. On the ice tonight, the Ducks and Kings battle. The Sharks and Red Wings go at it, while Tampa looks to extend its 11-game win streak with a test against the Blues. Closer to home, the Oil Kings hit up Medicine Hat to rematch the Tigers following a 3-2 shootout loss to the Cats on Wednesday. That loss snapped an 8-game heater for Edmonton. At Rogers Place, the Georgia Swarm and Calgary Roughnecks battle. Action gets going at 8 o'clock, and out west, the Raptors challenge the Clippers. Toronto's Emmanuel Quickly doubtful with back spasms for the game. He missed Wednesday's game as well, while LA's Kawhi Leonard is sidelined with an ankle injury. Tip-off for that one goes at 5:30. This Sports Update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Ben Thompson, next up for Benny's Blind Rankings. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
In less than 5 years, Matt Schaefer will be the best D-man in the league.
Ooh, less than 5?
Yeah.
I gotta fire it.
Fire it.
Yeah, he's, I think Makar will still be up there. And
Yeah.
he'll be close, though.
He'll definitely be in like the
In the
top
conversation.
tier, but to dethrone the likes
Yeah.
of Makar, it's
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
UFC 324 is live Saturday, January 24th at the Canadian Brewhouse. With TVs at every turn, ice-cold drinks, and non-stop action, you won't miss a second of the fight. UFC 324, live at the Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery. All in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada Ice Dancers, Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier on Support from Home.
We're celebrating all the people at home, the people that have supported us. We know our community is going to be cheering for us, and we know the country is going to be cheering for us.
Thank you, Canada. Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, live on EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Tune in, iHeartRadio, streaming apps, and on YouTube. If you haven't yet, hammer that thumbs up. Hammer the thumbs up for young Benny Thompson as we get to Benny's Blind Rankings.
Benny's Blind Rankings. Benny.
Part of our afternoon debate for the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Now, is it too early to think about golf? I don't think so.
No, Reid.
We got to get prepared.
It's funny you should mention that.
So they got the
Reid.
curling going on.
Can I just interject here?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what's going on. Early bird memberships are now available.
That's sweet.
Wow. Okay. So if you pay in full or set up a payment plan before March 31st, you can choose a free gift from the good folks over at the Garrison. 4 green fee passes for family and friends, or 2 green fees and 10 large buckets of rain balls, or 20 large buckets of range balls. Wow.
I'm wearing my golf shirt today.
Yeah. So take advantage of that. I'm going to get you a new liner, Reid. They just literally sent it today.
That's perfect.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Before March 31st, if you get your golf membership, you get a free gift. Not bad.
All right, Benny, what are we doing today, my young friend?
We're going to do a different type of ranking. We're going to do a version of... We're gonna do a keep 3, cut 5. Okay, so
Benny. Can you explain this better?
It's
you and your rules.
I don't get it.
So I'm gonna give you a topic, and it's like blind rankings where things fall under this topic.
Don't put me in a box, Benny.
And you're not gonna know what comes next, and you have to decide to either keep this thing or cut it. Okay, and then at the end of the list, you'll see if you like your list or not. It's a different version of blind rankings. Okay.
Oh my Ben. Do you not ever grow tired of even your own games?
Does the River Lion not very impressed me?
So, boy, what have you brought for me today? Oh, I'd like to cut 5. I'd like to cut 5 pounds off that rump and cook it up. Cook up some rump roast.
Okay.
Dance for me, boy.
I knew that was coming. Okay, but what we're going to do, the topic today is going to be Oilers you can bring out of retirement to play for this Edmonton Oilers team right now. In their primes.
In their primes.
They are in their primes.
They were when they played.
Who they were when they played. In their primes. They didn't have to be in their prime as an Oiler. Just in their primes, if they were ever an Oiler.
Okay.
Bring him back. to play on this team that the Oilers have
So
right
you're
now.
giving us 8 names total.
Yes.
We have to decide one at a time.
Yes.
And Jay and I are doing a joint list.
Joint list.
Okay.
Keep
Okay.
3, you cut 5. You don't know what's coming next.
This is so hard and confusing.
It's okay.
Like, you know how hard I'm going to have to think?
You're going to have to think. It's okay. I wish I could hear that. I know you guys are present. I wish I could
We're being very funny, Ben.
I wish I could hear it. Okay, you guys want to get going?
Yes.
I'll lead you guys off with Ryan Smith.
Oh, I'd keep him. You could put him on the second or third line. Away he goes.
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying prime time, Smitty.
Prime time.
And are we under the premise that he would be joining this current team
for the rest of the season?
For the rest of the season.
Yeah, you got to keep Smitty.
Yeah, I would.
This team needs
I would keep
6
that's
Smitties.
That's a clear keep to me. We didn't have
Smitty
to
would
think about
solve
that.
all the problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smitty would probably be on the third line on this team, though.
Yeah. Put up with old
But that's
Roscoe.
good. Old Roscoe.
Yeah.
Old Roscoe
Still
and
need,
Smitty.
still need a center, but yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe you could go Nuge, Ryan Smith, and Roscoe.
Ooh.
How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a
That's a keep. You use one of your keep slots.
Yeah, with one of the 3.
You got 2 left.
Okay.
Sam Gagner.
Sorry, Sam.
I would cut.
Yeah.
Because I think on this team, we'd be asking, okay, where does he fit? What does he do that other players can't do?
Well, he did have an 8-point game.
He did have an 8-point game. Yes.
Can't forget that.
Technically, that's his prime.
I'm just saying, you know what, Reid, you make a good point that does he fit a role that this team needs? Probably not. Like this team needs that toughness, that physicality, that I don't care what's coming at me, I'm going to be in front of the net, which
Right.
Smitty checked the box for. Gagner, although a great player, long career, I don't know if he checks the boxes for this list.
Right.
Okay.
Look at me. That was quite an explanation.
I like that. I like that one. Okay. Dougie Waite.
Well, obviously you'd keep him.
That's like a
That's a
top line
100-point
center.
player. It's like you'd make room for him. So your centers would be Waite, McDavid, and Draisaitl.
Now, just hang on, Reid. There's going to be some other ones that are going to come up. Are you I think.
Well, if he
Doug Waite,
if he starts saying Messier, Gretzky, then fine. We've ruined
then
it for
we've
ourselves.
screwed it.
Yes.
Then we've screwed ourselves.
I don't think he's going to give the Hall of Famers.
Yeah, I think you have to.
I mean, Waite ahead of Smith. I mean, we're going to regret possibly Ryan Smith more than Doug Waite.
Probably, or as you say, probably.
Right.
Ugh, this is bad. I don't like. I'll say yes to Dougie Waite, but I'll also say this sucks.
Okay.
So we've kept 2 out of the 3. Reid, we're screwing ourselves.
Kept 2 out of 3.
You know what he's doing, eh? You know what he's doing.
I know what he's doing.
He's going to try to get me to cut Letestu. That's what he's doing. That's where he's leading us.
Well, Reid, we'd all cut.
Oh, I wish I thought of
Pardon me?
We would.
Could use a Letestu on this team, okay?
Okay, we'll see what what
Okay,
else
pal.
comes up here, pal. Hey, bud.
Yeah, hey there.
Hey, chap.
Next is Yari Curry.
Oh, come on.
But these are like... You're insane.
We're screwed.
You're insane. Obviously, like... Okay, fine. Cut him.
Yeah, we're cutting Curry.
Yari Curry.
Yeah, you made us cut Curry.
right.
You made us cut Curry.
Okay.
Nuge can play two-way hockey like
we got
Curry.
enough Currys on this
we got
team.
enough Currys. Okay, Curry's cut. Fine. We made us do it.
Okay. Dwayne Rollison.
Oh, cut. Yeah, we're good. Hey. Don't know if
We
you've
got to have
heard.
faith in some goalies.
We've got 2 really good Connors.
Ingram might be the alley cat. What do they call Rolson? The alley cat? He might be the alley cat version 2.
Okay.
I mean, Rollison was beloved. Yes.
Yeah, we're cutting
But
him.
not right now, Benny boy.
Okay.
So we just cut Yari Curry.
This is an insane project.
This might actually cause trauma.
It might. Okay. Jason Smith, the Gator.
Okay, where are we at? How many do we have left? After
You guys have one. You guys have one available keep spot.
We keep because
and you guys
he
have
can do it all.
You guys have 2 more players left.
That's fine. They'll be cut. That's fine.
No, I think we cut.
Really?
I think we.
But think of what the element Jason Smith has.
I know what you're saying, but I also
who on the Oilers
fearful.
D-core does. Okay, here's the thing: we cut Yari Curry, but we could argue that Zach Hyman in this day and age could score as much as Yari Curry.
What if one of these last
we
two
wouldn't
players,
even have room on the power play for Curry?
Just think of this.
Actually, we should have cut Wait.
Think of how we should have cut Smitty and Wait.
Yeah, we should.
Think of how conniving Benny.
He's a conniving man.
He's a conniving.
I think he's going to say some name like Dave Semenko or Kevin McClellan.
He's going to probably say something like Chris Pronger, and then we're going to have Gator on our lineup when clearly you'd have Pronger. Like, great, Jason Smith right now, Reid. Yes, for this team, where would Jason Smith
think
fit
about
in?
it? He bounces Regula or Emberson from the lineup.
Right.
Think about that. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Smith, and Wallman, Stastny.
It's a lot of left shot defensemen.
Smith is right.
No, he's lefty.
Jason Smith shot right.
Let me check that. I thought he shot left. Oh yeah, you are right. Wait. Yeah, you are right.
He was
left.
shot left.
Thanks.
You know, I did watch hockey before you and
Thank
I
you.
met.
Thank you. I swear I thought he was lefty.
I have to say cut, but
okay, I'll go along with it unhappily.
Yes, in protest.
In protest.
I think we're going to wind up with somebody quite underwhelming on the team.
You had 2 names.
If I've screwed the pooch, Reid, I will leave.
Because that would have been a great way to improve the D right there. Okay.
Alish Hemsky.
Okay, we got to cut.
Well, the Oilers don't need a Hemsky.
We got enough
on this team.
hammers.
Yes.
Yeah. We need the Smitty.
So we're keeping this last
We need
player.
the weight.
It's going to be
Curry.
Okay. So he's going to give like Ben Eager or something like that.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Yes, he would.
No, I don't
Yes,
think
he
he's
would.
that.
Look at him.
I don't think he's that mischievous.
Look at him.
Okay, who's the last one?
Okay, so I'll recap your guys' cuts first. We'll start from the top.
Yari Curry.
You guys cut Sam Gagner.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about that.
Yari Curry.
Questionable.
Yeah, meh.
Dwayne Rollison.
I'm fine with that. We're riding Ingram Jari.
Average.
Jason Smith.
I'm not fine with that.
Reid was not okay with that.
And Alish Hemsky.
I'm fine with that.
Those are your 5 cuts.
Yeah.
You guys are keeping Ryan Smith, Doug Wade.
I mean, I'm not disappointed with those because they would help this current roster.
Correct.
Well, you might as well tell us who else we're keeping.
You guys are keeping Joffrey Lupul as your.
See, he did. See, I knew he was going to be a puke face about it. Okay, so what are the lines? We got McDavid with Nugent Hopkins and Hyman.
Yep.
Actually, you could go McDavid with Nugent Hopkins and Hyman, still have Leon with Pod and Dry, and then you have Waite with Smith and Roscoe.
Leon with Pod and Dry?
Or Leon with Pod and Cap.
Cap.
Waite with Smith and Roscoe. Lupul's a healthy scratch. And then you have Lazar, Savoy, and Janmark. And Lupul waiting in the press box.
You got to have good depth. Lupul would provide depth. If you want to look on the bright side, this team is lacking
Kapanen goes
depth.
down. If Kapanen has a bad game, you slide Lupul, so Lupul doesn't have to come in and check.
Get Fort Saskatchewan's
It's like, hey,
own,
Lupul, go in there and play with Leon.
See, Reid, it wasn't that
We
bad.
made it work. Well, we didn't improve the D.
We made it work.
Improve the D
cut Yari Curry.
And we cut probably one of the greatest Oilers of all time.
Great two-way player.
Yeah.
Having said that, we did bolster the third line.
We did. Sorry, Yari. We just didn't see it.
We decided to keep Joffrey Lupul.
Yeah,
he's a local guy.
And
Local guy.
Hey, hang on. Casino Dealer Jay's right. Prime Joffrey Lupul, that's okay. Like prime. That's a good version of Joffrey Lupul. He was a star. In the NHL.
He was.
Didn't he? When he played for Anaheim, didn't they win a game 4-0 and he got all 4 goals?
I think so.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we did. I think we smashed this.
We didn't do too bad.
Sorry, Mr. Curry.
I mean, if we're trying to, what does this team need? A better
Grit.
third line.
Depth.
And Waite and Smith could play with grit. I mean, they were tough players.
Lupul's a scorer. I'm really trying to fight.
You're
for that
really
Lupul angle.
trying to fight.
Yari Curry, I mean,
Where does he fit? Where does he really
Tell me where Yari Curry would fit.
Is Curry better than Hyman? I don't know.
I don't know.
You could throw him on the fourth line and he'd be a huge ad.
Oh, you did pretty good, Ben. That was moderately fun.
Moderately, thank you. I appreciate it.
What's coming up tomorrow?
Yeah, Hello Hockey going on at 10 a.m. to noon. We have John Morasti on. He's on the Shoresy team that's playing against the Oilers tonight, or the Oilers alumni team tonight. So
Tonight?
Is it tonight?
Tonight's the lacrosse game.
Oh, so sorry, tomorrow. Wait, when is the?
Is it at Rogers Place, the Shoresy game?
I believe so.
Well, tonight's the lacrosse game.
Oh, is it?
Georgia against Calgary.
23rd.
The 23rd. Sorry. So the Shoresy versus the Oilers alumni game. He's playing on that for the Shoresy team. He's gonna be joining us. He's gonna tell some fantastic stories as well as Dave Pagnotta. And then Oil pre-post 7:00 gets going tomorrow.
All right, you did a great job, buddy.
Thank you.
Afternoon debate featuring what are we calling it? Cut 5, keep 3 with Ben Thompson. Jay's play of the day coming up. The Oil understood. We'll go to Denver, get a look at the Broncos and the Bills. Here's the Coop.
Longtime Blue Jay Bo Bichette is headed to New York after agreeing to a 3-year deal with the Mets worth $126 million total. The 27-year-old spent all 7 seasons of his career in Toronto with his contract, including opt-outs after years 1 and 2. 5 games in the NHL. Colorado plays host to Nashville. The Panthers and Hurricanes face off. St. Louis and Tampa Bay have a date while San Jose meets Detroit. And from Medicine Hat, the Oil Kings and Tigers face off at 7. Medicine Hat snapping Edmonton's 8-game winning streak Wednesday with a 3-2 shootout win in Edmonton. NFL news, the Bills have activated Ed Oliver and Curtis Samuel from injured reserve. Oliver has been out since week 3 with a torn bicep, with Buffalo taking on Denver tomorrow. Half a dozen games in the NBA. The injury-riddled Raptors face the Clippers at 5:30. Emmanuel quickly doubtful with back spasms for the Raptors. He was kept out of Wednesday's game for that same reason. And on the other side, no Kawhi Leonard for LA. He's banged up with an ankle issue. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Paramount Flooring wants to give you more. Get free premium underlay included with any in-stock carpet purchase. Are you ready to treat your feet? Catch them in-store or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubich, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Didn't the Rangers do this in the last 5 years? I thought it was the Rangers as well.
They're last in the East.
But by how far? Like, are
I
they?
think it's pretty tight. I have the standing.
Like, that whole East is kind of.
They're 3 points back of Columbus.
You know what I thought was interesting, though, in his ridiculous letter? He said, this will be a retool built around our core players and prospects.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
my goodness, it's Friday. 2 games for the Oilers this weekend. NFL playoffs. Oil Kings still going strong. Lot to think about. Lot to digest. Hope you got a great weekend planned. It's 3:50 here along with Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. The Canadian Brewhouse is showing you love. Download the app. Earn double points on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Triple on Sundays. Plus weekly challenges, all on the Canadian Brewhouse reward app. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house, is your house. Before we get to Jay's play of the day, and it's going to be a fun one as usual, we want to keep up to date here on our very interesting and entertaining off-topic topic presented by William Huff. What is something you would like to hear Dustin Nielsen do play-by-play of?
Okay. Chris Purper says Dusty should call a Michael Jordan game. Bronco Nick, Dusty doing darts. KR
140.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? KR says play-by-play of Tommy at the club.
Oh my, I'm not even touching that one.
Mikey says a donair shop making a donair, then the person eating said donair. And Ian says Dusty doing play-by-play of the EST crew cleaning the studio, and he wanted me to add this to it. Are you kidding me? Or the other one. The what is happening.
Do I have that one? Well, mine's a longer one, though, because it's all part of the interception.
Corey B.
In trouble trying to get away.
Well, that could be for cleaning, too.
Yeah.
In trouble trying to get away.
Corey B. says play-by-play of Marshall's first kiss.
Oh, jeez.
And he says, and how different it would be to the play-by-play of the Muzz's first kiss. Yeah, that would be.
Oh, my. Yeah, I don't even know if he'd want to be there for either of those.
No.
Hopefully he's not.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that is a fun off-topic topic for William Huff. You know what else we have a lot of fun with?
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
By the way, if you're in the Nasty Chat on YouTube, we're going to dive deeper into it on Monday, but because people were asking, I did put the link to the GoFundMe page for Corey B. This is real, that he will get a tattoo of my face on his body. This is not some weird shtick, and you and I have a few of them, Jay. It is weird, but it's totally legit that he's going to do this. So if you want to look at what he's proposing and possibly even do, and there will be a charitable element to it as well.
Yes.
So we'll see where this goes, but Corey B is going to join us on Monday. Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app today or go to playalberta.ca.
Okay, this one's a loaded play. But I figured, you know what? We've been a little conservative this week. You know, the couple leg parlays, but this one we're going to do for all 4 of the divisional games this weekend. So here it is. This is Jay's play of the day. Bills to win. Money line. Okay? So for those of you that don't know, money line simply means win, outright win.
Okay.
Bills money line. 49ers plus 6.5. Houston plus 3.5. And the LA Rams to go into Chicago and win outright. Rams money line.
Okay.
Now wait till you hear what this number's been boosted to. If I could find it. Plus 1,110. So what that means, exactly, Coob. Coob's just sitting behind in the producer desk doing this. You know what this is worth, folks? Is it all going to hit? I don't know. I'm not Nostradamus.
So the way I have the odds displayed to me, it's 12-1.
Yeah. Sprinkly poo. Just a little sprinkle, maybe even a tinkle. Yes. You know, keep it exciting.
I'm doing a tinkle on it.
Yeah, you might want to add a tinkle to your sprinkle, Coob. So that's Jay's play of the day. Head on over to playalberta.ca. Click on sports. Click on EST specials. And there you'll see a ton of plays there. I mean, you can even if you don't like me, if you think the 49ers are going to get blown out, well, there's another play of the day up there that has Seattle winning. So there's lots of choices. Head on over to playalberta.ca and always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Now, later on in the show, you and I are going to give our guaranteed to be correct predictions for this round.
Correct.
So we're going to pick the winning teams and the scores of each game.
Yes.
So we better double check what we did last week here.
I went 5-1.
You were 5-1?
The only game I lost was I picked the Packers to beat.
Right, because we both took Rams. You got Packers, that's 2. You got Bills, that's 3.
No, Packers. I chose the Packers. They
no,
lost.
I took the Bears.
You took the Bears.
Okay, so on Saturday I got both. So I got 2. Then you got Bills, you got 49ers, so that's 3-2 Jay. Do we both take the Patriots?
Yes.
So that's 4-3 Jay, and then you took the Texans. Right, so it was 5-3 for you. Or so you took the Texans, I took the Steelers.
Yeah.
I took the Steelers to win 12-10.
I only had one wrong.
Right. Okay, so you're up 5-3.
Not bad.
Oh, you did very well.
I wonder if I'm going to have one wrong this week. I'd be happy with that.
Well, 75% is pretty good.
Not bad
for picking sports.
I think we're going to disagree. I just don't know how much.
Well, we'll disagree on at least one game.
For sure one.
I think 2, maybe 3. I don't think we'll disagree on all 4. You already know a couple of teams I'm going to pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, so you know that I'm picking the Bills. And
Yes.
I know that you're picking the Bills. I'm pretty sure after your tirade against Peyton yesterday.
I've been on the Bills the whole time.
Well, I picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, now we can just talk about scores.
Yeah, so we'll do that a little bit later on. That's going to be a fun part of the show. You can text us, of course, 780-218-9999. The afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out all the shows they got coming up. Get tickets at rivercreeresort.com. Jersey Shore DJ Pauly D, am I saying that right?
Say what?
Is performing at the venue at River Cree March 7th. George Thorogood and the Destroyers are back at the venue on March 19th for the Baddest Show on Earth tour. Go to rivercreeresort.com. We will talk a little bit more NFL with Brandon Cristall from Guerrilla Sports coming up. We'll dive into a little more about the Oilers weekend coming up with the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel and our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week all in the next hour.
The Lock Shop.
The biggest thing today is that Bichette was a Blue Jay. He goes to the Mets. They were obviously in pretty deep talks with Tucker, and he ends up taking just 4 years, but gets $60 million per year. What was your thought process when you saw the Tucker news start moving yesterday, buddy?
I got a text. Are we sure that the Dodgers aren't backed by the Saudi PIF? Like, is this
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Career-long Blue Jay, Bo Bichette is headed to the Mets, agreeing to a 3-year contract worth $126 million. A 27-year-old can opt out of the contract after both years 1 and 2. Sting. Out east, William Nylander is doubtful for the Leafs tomorrow against the Jets. Nylander went down with a lower body injury last night in Vegas. He played less than 3 minutes in that game. And on the ice tonight, it's the Ducks and Kings battling. The Sharks and Red Wings going at it, while Tampa looks to extend its 11-game win streak with a test against the Blues. Closer to home, the Oil Kings hit up Medicine Hat to rematch with the Tigers. Medicine Hat won 3-2 in a shootout against Edmonton, snapping their 8-game heater on Wednesday. NFL news, the Bills have activated Ed Oliver and Curtis Samuel from the injured reserve. Oliver has been out since week 3 with a torn bicep, with Buffalo taking on Denver tomorrow. And out west, the Raptors challenge the Clippers. Toronto's Emmanuel Quickly doubtful with back spasms after missing Wednesday's game, and LA's Kawhi Leonard is out with an ankle injury. Tip-off for that one is at 5:30. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, hope you're having a great afternoon. If you got us on TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, thank you so much. Spread the word to people where they can find Edmonton Sports Talk. If you are taking us in on YouTube and you have not done so already, please hit that thumbs up button. We want to get to at least 100. We want to get past 100 fairly quickly, and then it's gravy time. Then you're pouring gravy all over us, even Crystal gravy. We'll take chicken gravy, beef gravy, turkey gravy, and we will take the world famous from Saturday Night Live, Crystal gravy. We do not discriminate against types of gravy. Any type of gravy is fine. Oilers tomorrow in Vancouver, 8 o'clock game, so 7 o'clock for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola. Okay, and a fun weekend of football ahead. Let's go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Welcoming this gentleman to our program for the very first time. And because I'm meeting him, my first question is going to confirm that I'm pronouncing his name correctly. From Gorilla Sports, Brandon Cristall. Did I say that right? Cristall?
Close enough. Yeah, close enough. Reid Cristall works. Cristall, as long as you're not.
What about BK? I see a lot of BK out there. Is that good?
Yeah, BK is a lot more efficient, and my handle on X, formerly Twitter, or Instagram, is BK Denver Sports. You think of Denver Sports, you think of BK. I borrowed that from Akeem from McDowell's in Coming to America.
Oh, nice. Okay. Before we dive into the footballs, tell us a little bit about Gorilla Sports.
So Gorilla Sports is a digital platform. We cover all the teams in town. I'm sure some of your viewers would appreciate, we've got the best Avalanche coverage by a mile. And so I know that you probably don't need to talk Avalanche until we get to the Stanley Cup Finals, because they're just lapping the field right now. And I don't want to pretend like I'm down there covering them like I did at other outlets I worked at here when I was working in radio primarily, but cover the Broncos, the Nuggets, the Avs, the Rockies, who this year might field the Major League Baseball team, which is exciting after having minor leagues for the last few years here in Denver. And we cover the college teams as well, Deion Sanders and his Buffaloes and Colorado State. So, yeah, Woody Page has a show with us called After the Horn. Jake Plummer, the great Broncos quarterback, he and Nate Jackson do a show. We've got a show with Ryan Harris, who won a Super Bowl here, Chris Harris, Shelby Harris, who's still playing with the Browns this past year, called We're the Harrises. I do a show with Chris Harris. So we've got a lot of fun stuff here at Gorilla Sports.
Awesome stuff. Well, sounds like you're having a good time. We have had. I'm gonna name drop Brandon. I'm buddies with Connor McGahey, who calls the Avalanche. What a voice, eh? And he does the Broncos PA, right?
He's the Broncos PA guy in the stadium. Unless there's a conflict, then he has to jump to the Avs. That's how his contract is written. And for a guy from the town of Breckenridge, which is not a very big town, yes, people go skiing there a lot, not a big population, to come down here and to get that job. He does a great job. He's actually my neighbor, lives a couple neighborhoods away, but we're in the same part of Denver. Connor's the best, and he stopped by our Gorilla Sports Studios a few times. It's always good to see him, and I'm sure he's having a lot of fun calling all those wins.
Brandon, you mentioned Jake Plummer. I think that's probably one of the greatest nicknames in sports, Jake the Snake Plummer. Is he still a mushroom farmer?
Yeah, and they've actually got these cool functional mushrooms. If you go to getumbo.com, I'm not trying to do a commercial for him, but he and Rashad Evans are investors, and they are functional mushrooms. It takes the hallucinogenics out. But he was early on talking about alternative medicines, talking about how hemp and marijuana, and non-THC strands helped, and then got into mushrooms. And so Snake, I just call him Snake. When I say muscle, I just say, "What's up, Snake?" Yeah, but so Jake has that company, getumbo.com, and I'm sure they'll ship them to you even in Canada.
But he's fine being called Snake, eh? Like even by non-former teammates, he doesn't care.
He responds to me with no issue. It doesn't seem. Hey, BK, hey, Snake, what's up? So
that's awesome. All right, well, we tend to meander on this show, so thanks for doing that with us right off the top. Let's dive into okay, do you want to ask your question first?
Well, I just got to get it out, okay? We played the clip of Sean Payton that went viral, of his clip talking to a member of the media. It's about a run, Dre Greenlaw's status coming to the game and playing downhill football. And what do you know about downhill football? Was that taken completely out of context, or is there a bit of an edge to Sean Payton when he's in those type of situations?
There's a bit of an edge to Sean Payton, but it's honestly with more veteran reporters. There's a couple in town that will really kind of get under his skin, sometimes unintentionally, but they'll ask questions he just doesn't feel like answering, often about injuries. This particular exchange is one that we've seen kind of throughout the year at various points with a 23, 24-year-old reporter named Luke Evans, who's really good at what he does, just got to Denver. He's the number 2 guy at the Denver Post, went to USC, covered his Trojans out of school for, I think, the Orange County Register. This is his first big NFL job, and he tends to ask a lot of questions. And I'm not saying he's not entitled to, but he often asks a lot more questions than the rest of us. This is my 20th season covering the team. There's a lot of us that have been there well into the double digits, and we'll ask a question or two. But Luka tends to ask an extra here or there. I think Sean called him Luke one time on a conference call, because on Mondays he does a conference call, and he corrected me. My name's Luka. When Sean got off the podium, he kind of gave him, and I even texted somebody in radio in town. They're like, I was like, oh, he gave him a hard time. And like, he didn't let it go. And I meant like he gave him a hard time, like, I'm just messing with you. Then you fast forward. So that was Tuesday to Thursday's press conference. And he's like, he tried to smooth it out nationally. He's like, I thought we were just having fun, and I get lambasted nationally. Sean and Luka have had kind of this back and forth. Is it a big brother, little brother, kind of a bullying, picking on you, you've got to earn your stripes situation? I think it does feel like that, but I don't think he was being just outright dismissive of the question, because he kind of answered it after getting on Luka a little bit and talked about just stopping the run and what Dre Greenlaw will do against, we know the Bills' rushing attack crushed the Broncos last year in the playoffs, but it's not. And Sean can certainly be prickly. Oftentimes he's worse after a win than a loss. He knows he backs it off after a loss, and after a win, he wants to correct the things they didn't do well so that they can keep winning.
So this is his third year as the head coach. They were in the playoffs last year, if I remember. And it's funny, like I'm a Seahawks fan, so we had, was it Greg Bell on last week? And I asked about the culture that Mike McDonald has brought in, and sort of that West Point culture, and what is that one phrase, be the tip of the spear and all that kind of stuff. What's the biggest cultural change that, Sean Payton has brought to the Broncos, who I think were 7 or 8 years out of the playoffs before he came in?
About a full decade.
Or was it? We did hit 10? Okay.
Full seasons. Yeah. They won Super Bowl 50, the end of the 2015 season, so January of 26. They didn't get back to the playoffs until the end of the 24 season, January of 25, and then they go to Buffalo and lose 31-7. And now this year they're hosting the first playoff game since the AFC Championship in 2015 when they got past Tom Brady and the Pats on their way to Super Bowl 50. So you had teams with good defenses always struggling to find that quarterback, couldn't string it together. You bring in Teddy Bridgewater, you bring in Joe Flacco, you bring in Case Keenum, you draft Drew Lock, and it never worked. You had to change coaches. Kubiak retires. Vance Joseph comes in first time. That doesn't work. He only gets 2 years. You bring in Vic Fangio. He gets 3 years. That never works. Nathaniel Hackett only got the 1 year. They get the Christmas Day Massacre. They didn't get the full year. And then you bring in Sean Payton, and there's just a stability that came with him. And it timed out perfectly with a brand new ownership that not only is excited to help the team win, they have the resources. You know, Paul Allen and his trust were the richest owners for a long time in the NFL. Well, the Walton Penner family ownership group, I don't know how many Walmarts are in Edmonton, but I imagine there's a few.
There's a few.
So that's where their money comes from, behind only Paul Allen's old colleague Steve Ballmer and the Clippers, the second richest owners in American sports. Depending on what Forbes list you look at, $70+ billion, you know, and I guess the stock market matters to some degree, 80 billion, 60, whatever it is. So, and Sean has no problem spending his owner's money because he wants to take care of his players. So there's a brand new practice facility that was going to be built anyway, but Sean helped bring that along. They retrofitted a cargo plane to make every seat first class because he wants his players to travel comfortably and not split a 3-seat row between two linemen where you each get a seat and a half. They went from staying in a regular Marriott to a JW Marriott or a Ritz or a Four Seasons. So when you have the owners have no problem writing those checks, you are going to make your players more comfortable, which is kind of the opposite of the way he wants to make everybody in the building feel, which is uncomfortable. He wants you to know that just like his mentor, Bill Parcells, and his, you know, colleague, Bill Belichick, we could cut you at any time if you're not, and we could fire you at any time if you're not doing your job. And so he's gotten past that a little bit. I think people have gotten comfortable. Winning helps that. But that was really kind of what he did in establishing a culture is everyone needs to be accountable. There's no skating by and we're going to play a certain way. We're going to practice a certain way. And it's obviously shown on the field. They were close to making the playoffs that first year. They lose to the Patriots Christmas Eve. Last year, they get into the playoffs, and then this year, they're the 1 seed.
Brandon Cristall of Guerrilla Sports joining us here, courtesy of the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Look, the Buffalo's coming into town. They've scored 24 or more points in 10 of their 11 last playoff games. Last year, it was James Cook. Josh Allen looked possessed last week in Jacksonville. How does Denver's defense is really good, but how do they slow this train down?
I think they just stick to what they've been doing. And it is kind of fascinating to try to figure out how much zone versus how much man. Do you feel comfortable? Because their pass catchers aren't necessarily true frontline guys. There's no JSN. There's no Puka Nacua or even a Devontae Adams. You know, Khalil Shakir is going to be in the slot a bunch. So Pat Surtain doesn't have anybody maybe other than covering a tight end in the red zone to match up with that number one guy. And so no Stephon Diggs, who we know was there for a couple of years. And so zone versus man, and how much are you pressuring Josh Allen? And they've been really good against the run. Last year they got gashed. I mean, it was a 19-yard run, a 16-yard run, 16-10. James Cook had 150 yards. They had 210 yards of rushing and had no problem just holding onto the ball and gaining yards on the ground and eating up the clock. And so the Broncos addressed that by bringing in Dre Greenlaw from the Niners, who is supposed to help you getting downhill and stopping that run game, and Talanoa Hufanga, who, unlike Greenlaw, hasn't missed any games. He played like an all-pro and made a second-team all-pro because of how well he played. And so I think that they will be able to contain the run. It's a question of how do you keep Josh Allen in check. And I saw a stat this week that Josh is 1-4 when he's been hit 6 or more times. The Broncos might hit him 6 times in the first quarter. And you look at the blueprint, the Texans sacked him 8 times, forced 2 turnovers. And we know in sports say, oh, we found the blueprint to beat so-and-so. That's great. Do you have the players to do it? Because having the blueprint is fine, but if you can't get to the quarterback or you can't cover the receivers or whatever it may be, I don't care that you see the blueprint if your guys aren't good enough to execute it. So I think they're going to do all they can to maybe mix it up where they're containing him some, mix in with some zone and man, and or they're just teeing off on him, and Vance Joseph is sending an extra blitzer from all directions so that Josh is guessing a lot, because they haven't been great in pass protection against the blitz. They haven't been great in in their third down. They're 24th in the league in picking up third downs, which is crazy when you've got that guy. So I think that it's going to be incumbent on the defense to play like they've played all year, and they have the personnel to do what the Texans did where they knocked them around.
Bo Nix is just in his second season of what's going to be, I'm sure, a long, great NFL career. But in your opinion, is he ready for this moment? Is he ready to take this team to the AFC Championship?
I think so, and I'm just going to go based on his production. He tied Russell Wilson for the most wins in the first 2 seasons of a career. I get he has 2 more games than Russ had because of the 17-game schedule, but he's still got to go out and help win those games. I know he didn't do it on his own, just like even though Josh Allen does seem like he does it on his own, you still need help across the board, and he's had a good defense each of the last 2 years. But he's made enough throws, and even if the offense has struggled, and we know it struggled plenty through his first 2 years, and especially throughout the year this year, in the third quarter when they've needed to get back into the game or catch back up, fourth quarter where they've needed to go down and reclaim the lead, take the lead, whatever it may be, he's made those throws, he's made those plays, he's comfortable in those moments. And because they've played so many one-score games, and unlike last year where they were 1-6 in one-score games, this year they I think are 10-2 or 11-2 in one-score games because you have to count that Chiefs game on Christmas night as a one-score game. And so because of that, they will be comfortable in a close game. Doesn't mean with Josh Allen over there, you're going to be overly comfortable, but I don't think Bo Nix is going to cower in the moment. And the one thing he's done of late is clean up the turnovers. And the biggest turnover he's had in a couple of weeks was against the Chiefs on Christmas night. The lone turnover leads to a Travis Kelce touchdown. That was the only time Chiefs sniffed scoring a touchdown. I understand it was a backup quarterback and all that, but that's sort of the point. If they can protect the football, and he has done a much better job of that of late, and I think you need to use him as a runner more, and we've seen that a little bit of late. I think we'll see more designed runs because the Bills are vulnerable, especially outside against the run. So you're not only going to try to get the ball to your running backs, you're going to let Bo be a runner like Josh often is.
Brandon, this was an awesome segment. We're glad to meet you.
Likewise.
We appreciate the hockey coverage as well that you do, right? Because sometimes we have now Denver's maybe a little, but sometimes we have guys on like from American cities, and they're like, I don't even know how many teams are in the NHL. I know we have a team here, so like you're totally plugged into everything going on down there.
It does
really
help
cool.
It helps to have the best team in the NHL this year with a few Olympians on it, and knowing that if they can stay healthy with the way they're playing and the way the lumberyard, as they've dubbed the goalies, or the way they're playing, it's surprising that neither made it on Team Canada. I think they took it out on Jordan Binnington the night those rosters were announced, and then he was in town, and it was 6-0 before they could blink. I think it was 4-0 in the first 10 minutes or whatever it was, or first 4 minutes, whatever it was. So they're fun. They're fun to have. We got a really good basketball team with the Nuggets here as well, and the best player in the world in Joker, and of course a fun football team and a crowd that is raring to go, a fan base raring to go for their first playoff game.
When you still got the Canadian guy on the Nuggets, right?
Yeah, Jamal Murray's playing at an all-star level.
Yeah,
Jamal Star. It's going to be his first all-star game in year 10. He's been great. Joker got hurt a couple weeks ago, knee injury. It was a big scare, but thankfully he's already back on the court and hopefully be playing in a couple weeks. They've gone 6-3 without him. Whereas in the past, it's like, oh, Joker's not in. They can't even win those games. Or they have a 12-point lead, then he comes back in because it's a 2-point lead. And they went 6-3, one in Philly, one in Boston, one in Dallas the other night. And Jamal Murray's been the biggest key to that.
All right. Brandon, you're the best. Thank you so much for doing this. Enjoy the football this weekend. And yeah, the Avs are our powerhouse. Maybe we'll have you on closer to the Oilers still going to play them a couple times.
Maybe
hopefully
the Broncos
it's not 9-1 again.
Yeah, maybe not. Or the Broncos win, and we can chat before the AFC title game or Super Bowl week.
Yeah, well, we could do that too. Yeah, of course. That's a good idea. Thanks so much for coming on, buddy. See you soon.
Thanks.
All right, that is the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Brandon Cristall checking in from Guerrilla Sports. Good chat with him. Mm-hmm. Fun guy, knows his stuff.
Wealth of knowledge,
covering everything.
It's like it's like Guerrilla Sports is Denver's version of Edmonton Sports
Yeah,
Talk.
It sounded a little bit like that.
We're brothers in online entertainment.
Yeah, we really are. That was pretty cool. He was good. That's going to be. I mean, all these games will be fun, right? I mean, the NFL, the wild card games were all close, I guess, except for the Monday Nighter. But even that one, the score was within a few points until Houston really put them away in the fourth. So away we go. We're going to make our guaranteed to be correct predictions. When are we doing that? Around 5 o'clock?
Yeah, something like that.
Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week coming up. If you're taking us in on YouTube today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We are creeping to 100. Click, click, click.
Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
Tell you what, we're exactly 2/3 of the way there. We got 67 thumbs, and the show's not even half over. So if you have not clicked the thumbs up on YouTube, do it right away, and let's keep climbing. Let's go into the weekend on a high thumb note. Sure. Why not? The off-topic topic. We want to. We don't have any new ones. We'll put it out there again, and I'm sure we'll generate some new ones. The off-topic topic for William Huff. What would you like to hear Dustin Nielsen call play-by-play of? Mine was childbirth. We've had a lot of great suggestions. Jasmine driving on the white mud.
Marshall's first kiss
was a good one. So if you could
Tommy at the club.
Yes. Basically anything where he could say what is happening or what is he doing.
Yes.
Or are you kidding me? Yes. Anything like that would be incredible. We have the oil understood for GCL Diesel in the next segment.
Longtime Blue Jay Bo Bichette is headed to New York after agreeing to a 3-year deal with the Mets worth $126 million. The 27-year-old spent all 7 seasons of his career in Toronto, with the contract including opt-outs after years 1 and 2. 5 games in the NHL. Colorado plays host to Nashville. The Panthers and Hurricanes face off. St. Louis and Tampa Bay have a date while the San Jose meets Detroit. From Medicine Hat, the Oil Kings and Tigers face off at 7. Medicine Hat snapping Edmonton's 8-game winning streak on Wednesday. And to the NFL, the Bills have activated Ed Oliver and Curtis Samuel from injured reserve. Oliver has been out since week 3 with a torn bicep. Buffalo taking on Denver tomorrow. And Noah Manuel quickly for the Raptors. They face the Clippers at 5:30. He's out with back spasms that had him miss Wednesday's game as well. On the other side, no Kawhi Leonard. He's banged up with an ankle issue. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at AdvantageSportMed.ca to book an appointment. Today we have a brief break before the Reid Wilkins Show continues. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Chris Johnson is back from his trip overseas.
Let's look at the facts. I mean, first of all, Tristan Jarry, I think you're going to want to be careful with his workload, especially coming back. Like a lot of goalies, he's had injuries, and you don't want to get into a situation where you're overusing him. You seem to have something nice going with Ingram. Yeah, I know Pickard is probably like a stock that's down a little bit right now in the market, but he's played a lot of big games for the Oilers in the last few years too.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Heidi ho, neighborinos. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. There's an app, Play Alberta. There's a website, playalberta.ca. Go to sports, go to EST specials. We have a boatload of possibilities there for you right now. Jay's play of the day being one of the most titillating ones. Okay, maybe not.
I like that you used the word titillating.
Thank you.
Jay's play of the day, once again, for those that missed, it's up at playalberta.ca. Click on sports, click on EST specials. Bills and Rams to win money line. 49ers plus 6.5. Texans plus 3.5. That's been boosted to plus 1,110.
I should touch on this, Norman at Combine, and I did reference it earlier. Well, we had the commissioner of the NLL on a couple months ago when this was announced. There is the unboxed game tonight, Calgary against Georgia at Rogers Place, right? I was talking to somebody last night. This is a lower bowl only event, but that could still be several thousand for this game. Is this a trial run for a team coming back here? Yeah, we'll see. I think, but I know it's cool for lacrosse fans that this is coming here.
Speaking of the Combine crew, I believe two of Norm's sons were announced as scouts for the Edmonton Miners.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Saw their faces on Instagram.
Uh-oh.
Like, hey, I know those guys.
You know them. You're like, I know these people.
Yeah.
We have a limerick here from, oh my God, vermiculated rhododendron, Montenegro. Isn't that a flower?
It is.
Benny's blind rankings, who to keep or cut. Those fools tossed out the cream, kept the mutt. Tattoo of Reid's fine face, etched on a special space. Reminder, Corey B's surname is Butt.
That's good.
That is very good. We wanted a limerick or two today.
That's good. I wonder what the emperor would think of that limerick, Reid.
Good.
That's a good one.
That's very good.
I think I hear him coming now.
The off-topic topic, what would you like to hear Dustin do play-by-play of? Of course, the off-topic topic is brought to you by William Huff. Dirty Dawn says, politically correct, little people wrestling.
Oh, my goodness.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Mike, the Michigan fan, says, I want Dustin to do play-by-play of Iwanic sending emails to the Nasties and EST staff.
Are you kidding me?
Uncle Jesse says, how about Dusty calling the Barracudas swim meet?
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be actually pretty
That'd be really fun, yeah.
Just doing it like by yourself.
Off his phone, yeah.
the pool. Waddy and Cloverdale. Dusty doing play-by-play of YTT in the evening, making dinner, drawing his bath, and leaving a glass of chocolate milk on his bedside table to hit room temp. And then he adds,
are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. These are good. People are doing good with this.
Munchmaster Flex wrote in as well. Gauger in the skills comp is so dope.
It's very dope.
LFG.
So that's what, on Sunday, February 1st?
That is pretty cool.
Gauger's going to be in the Oilers skills competition.
Our guy.
Like he's going to be the celebrity goalie?
Yeah, and he's bringing his dog.
Oh, right, Boone.
To race in the dog race.
The rough relay, or whatever they call it.
You know, knowing Gage, as I've got to know him, as you've got to know him, I bet you he's more excited about Boone in the dog race than he is for himself being the goalie.
Oh, probably.
Like he adores his dog.
Yeah.
I love that he adores his dog.
Yeah. He'll probably train him up for that.
He will. They'll go on some training excursions. Can you, man, I'd like to go to that. The problem is it's the day after the fun spiel. So I should probably spend some time with the
true.
family.
No NFL, though. No Oilers, obviously.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the Fun Spiel, by the way, presented by Hammer Injury Law, is happening on January 31st at the Shamrock. If you are interested, I do believe there still is, maybe not anymore, maybe 1 or 2 spots. If you wanted to come, email Matt at edmontonsportstalk.com. You can just join us for supper, which will be at 7. So there's a separate price for that. But email Matt at edmontonsportstalk.com if you'd like to be doing that.
All right. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino hosting a watch party for the Super Bowl on February 8th. Doors at 3:30, kickoff at 4:30. Tickets start at $35, which includes an all-you-can-eat buffet. rivercreeresort.com to get a little bit more information on that. So the Oilers flying to Vancouver today. They will play the Canucks tomorrow. They'll come back home and host the Blues on Sunday. That is game 1 of the long-awaited, much ballyhooed 8-game homestand, and that will be game number 1,000 in the career of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins as we go into the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right. Oilers losing 1-0 to the New York Islanders last night. Just to put some final thoughts on that game. I thought that was a great hockey game to watch.
It was.
I thought it was highly entertaining. Sometimes it's a 1-0 game, and you're saying to yourself, I am almost falling asleep. Get it over with. I don't care if anybody scores or not. I thought that was an entertaining game. I thought there were good offensive plays. You know, there were some mistakes. There were some open chances. Clearly, the Oilers outplayed them. I mean, the shots were 2-1. The high danger chances were almost 2-1 in favor of the Oilers. The expected goals was quite largely in favor of the Oilers, the stat that Tom Gazzola likes. Again, a big positive for me is how Ingram played.
Yes.
The large majority of the time, Draisaitl is not going to hit the far post on that shot. Tough time for it to happen. Tough time for him to get the penalty earlier. You know, Bush had the one that hit it hit the post and then hit the goal line and then spun out.
That's right.
As opposed to going in.
Well, sometimes that puck, Reid, when it's doing that, can just, and then you see just a bit of white.
Yeah.
And it's a goal. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, that's what I wondered when they were reviewing it, if it came down or came down on its side. So I liked a lot of things the Oilers did. I thought the third and fourth lines kind of did their jobs. I know they're going to need to start scoring at some point, or you'd like them to. I don't know if they can, but I thought that, you know, some forechecking and good positional play and a little bit of physicality was there. So I thought that was a pretty good game. The Oilers just got to repeat that, and you'll win most of the time against most teams. And Ingram was excellent.
Were you frustrated? I mean, or maybe not that's the right way to say that, but did you find that the Oilers went into that mode where they were passing up shooting opportunities a little too much for Viking?
A little bit. Probably because of how well the goaltender was playing. There were also a couple times, you know, I sit next to Jim Matheson, and there was even a couple times where the Islanders overpassed. Where you know, Jim said to me, well, you got to pass it 40 times before you shoot it. Because I think they had a 3-on-2, and they worked it, and the guy in the middle kind of had it, and then he threw it off to the side, and that player missed the puck. As we've talked about, and this is worth repeating, I think, and it is worth for people to remember. And I'm not saying that I agree with this. I realize a lot of people might kind of be like, come on, just shoot. But, you know, when you look at shooting percentages and some of the stats, and I remember Craig McTavish telling me about this a couple of years ago when I saw him at Ched. You know, and he talked about in St. Louis, they track all this kind of stuff. And if you pass the puck across the slot, right?
Okay,
so not just on the same side of the ice. Like basically you go from one wing to the other and make the goalie move across the center of the ice. That your chances of scoring goes up. If you make him move twice, you got like a 30% chance of scoring as opposed to 8 on a normal shot. So that's why sometimes they pass across to one guy, and then instead of him shooting, he tries to pass back to where he just got the shot from. Because the thinking is, make the goalie move. If he reads that first one, then he's going back, and he's probably not going to get back in time. that's not just an Oilers thing. I realize a lot of people watch a lot of Oilers, and yes, sometimes they look guilty of overpassing. But I think if not every team's, all the teams know that information. So, and again, I thought there were a couple times yesterday when the Islanders made an extra pass. So it's becoming a little bit of the way of the world in the NHL. It can be frustrating to watch because, Gager and Hernan were talking about this, Jay, and sometimes you just wish, okay, shoot it. Like, shoot it and fight for the rebound.
Right.
Get to the net. Knobloch, after the game last night, was talking about, beat your check to the net. Beat your check to the net. And then something good will happen, So sometimes you wish, okay, beat your check to the net as opposed to, well, I got to fan out here into the high slot so I can be available for the third of 17 passes in a row before we shoot, right?
Well, see, I find this interesting, Reid, because, yes, the goaltender was playing incredible last night.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 35 shots shutout?
Yeah, what do you get, 35 or 36?
But to me, that would say to your team as you're progressing through that game to put more pucks on net, not to hesitate and wait because the goalie is goalieing you. Well, don't let the goalie you. Put more pucks there. Get some traffic to it. So I kind of have a reversed, view of that. I understand what you're saying and why you'd maybe hold on to the puck a bit more, but I feel, okay, in that instance, when your goalie's clearly on his game, well, disrupt that. Try and change that. Now, we talked about this off the top. I talked to you about it as soon as I got here because I know what you feel about these two words I'm about to say. But did the Oilers get goalied last night, Reid? Did they get goalied?
They got shut out.
They got bullied. They did get goalied. I mean, that is a perfectly responsible use of that phrase. Is last night's game? Would you not say
yes?
I know it gets thrown around.
They outplayed the Islanders. They vastly outshot the Islanders, and they lost.
Can you say
in a low-scoring game?
Can you say it?
What? The Sorokin played a really good game. Sorokin was excellent.
Can you say the Oilers got goalied? I don't know that you can.
Can you say that? You could say that. A person could say that.
A person could say that. I think last night, that was incredible, right?
I don't think that phrase, I think it gets overused.
That's
sometimes a team loses 2-1 and they have 20 shots on goal. Oh, they got goalied. Well, no, they didn't. They only had 20 shots. But, last night, the Oilers were, as the game went on, they were getting the better of the offensive chances. They were getting more offensive chances, and Sorokin made a lot of really good saves. So you could argue that the Oilers got goalied last night. Again, it just gets overused. Not every time a team gets shut out. I mean, if the Oilers would have won 1-0, out shooting the Islanders, whatever it was, 38-19, would you say the Islanders got goalied? Or would you say, well, the Oilers just were a better team and wore them down, and Ingram did his job?
I think Oilers fans would love to say that the Islanders got goalied. Hey, Reid, in a 1-0 win, the Islanders kind of did get goalied. I mean, they kind of did. I mean, the shot by Duclair on the only goal of the game, nobody was stopping that. That was just a beautiful pass, a beautiful shot. Bang, bang. But it would be nice. Yes, I think Oilers fans would take that. To goalie another team.
Oh, and I think it did happen a couple of
times.
New
York,
I think
right?
Skinner did it to the Rangers in the third game of the season.
Coach Mike in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, you could share your thoughts at 780-218-9999. Since the Jets' demoralizing loss to the Oilers, they are 4-0-0, and the Oilers are 1-1-2. Jets managed to put 5 past Sorokin on Tuesday and just destroyed Minnesota last night. Make it make sense, he says.
Well, you can't.
You can't.
You can't. That's
the ebbs and flows of hockey, baby.
Yeah. No Clue in the Nasty Chat says, I'll say it, Ingram is better than Picks. He's put it in all caps. I think a lot of people are saying that, No Clue. I don't know if he's joking around or
I don't think that's up for debate.
Or hasn't been tuning in maybe for a few days, which is fine if you're busy. But I think that's been a theme. I don't think a lot of people, I don't think anybody has been arguing that Pickard is better than Ingram. There's been some debate about what to do with 3 goalies or 2 or which 2 to keep on the roster for the time being. But Ingram's been, I think excellent is an appropriate word to use. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's like, well, you kind of expect that the other team's probably not going to get more than 3, and even that might be tough some nights.
Mm-hmm.
Very good performance last night. They allowed a power play goal. Like I said, I think the Islanders kind of set up a play that they hoped would work. They got it to work. That Bouchard post, as you mentioned, was off the power play, and then Draisaitl's one-timer. I mean, great pass by McDavid. They set up what they wanted with the 6-on-5, and you saw I was down in the media room at Rogers Place, and we have a group chat, and we put in our post-game interview requests into a chat, and we were like, well, who do we put in? And I was saying, well, let's wait to see if anybody ties it. And I saw that shot, and I was like, well, I guess we're putting Leon in. And then I heard somebody say, that didn't go in. And somebody else was like, it didn't go in. I'm like, what do you mean it didn't go in?
Incredible.
They're like, oh, it hit the post. That was a shocker. Canucks tomorrow. We're going to talk to Matt Sekeres later on out of Vancouver. He's been good. We've had him on the show before. I just figure jump on this team. I'm a big proponent at the highest level of sports. If you got a team down, keep them down.
Well, they lost their last 6.
And they're 9 without a win, right? Because there was a couple of overtime losses.
1-7-2 in their last 10.
Yeah, well, 0-7-2 in their last 9.
Not good.
No. And they're not, they're 6. I'll just do the 6 losses in a row. 4-1, 2-1, 6-3, 5-0, 5-1, and 5-3. So they don't score a ton.
I know, but this. Okay, Reid, what you just said is so true. But it does this team, it'll be interesting to see what attitude they come out with tomorrow night. I thought they had that attitude last night, but Sorokin just had an amazing game. So if they can just continue that play, you can't, as an Oilers fan, be frustrated with the Oilers' play last night, I don't think.
No, earlier in this...
You can be frustrated that you didn't win a game
get the result
that you dominated.
You can say they need to finish some chances, whatever. But this wasn't one of the games in the first 20 of the season where you were thinking to yourself, what even is this? Do these guys know in the NHL? Where's the passion? Where's the gumption, as I like to call it? Mm-hmm. They had that last night. Sorokin played well. They missed a couple of close calls. Okay, don't let it get you down. Think about what a big difference this could make. So they were 3-0-2 in their last 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. They lose yesterday. Okay, so they're 3-1-2 in their last 6. They win tomorrow. You're 4-1-2 in your last 7. That sounds pretty good. You lose tomorrow, then all of a sudden you're 3-2-2 in your last 7.
Right.
All of a sudden it's kind of like, well, that's okay, but you've still had 4 times out of 7 you didn't take home a win. So I think go out there and jump on Vancouver tomorrow. Try to beat them while they're down. The Oil Understood presented by GCL Diesel. And, of course, Jay and I are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Speaking of Oilers game days, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Every Oilers game day, you can enter to win Oilers game tickets and sip $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. That is only at the Canadian Brewhouse. Okay, we still have, we got a bunch of fun to be had here. We got words of the day coming up. We're going to do a Name the Animal, maybe 2. We're going to go to Vancouver and talk to Matt Sekeres. We're going to make our guaranteed to be correct NFL picks for the weekend. And we have our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. This is all in the final hour and a quarter of the program. We're going to have to get clipping along. You can help us out. If you're watching on YouTube today and you haven't done so already, click the thumbs up. We need 15 thumbs to get to 100, which will send us soaring into the weekend. Here's the coup.
NHL News: The Wild have placed Matt Boldy and Joel Eriksson Ek on injured reserve, each player fighting a lower body injury. Eriksson Ek missing the past 3 games for Minnesota. And on the ice, it's the Ducks and Kings battling, the Sharks and Red Wings going at it, while Tampa looks to extend its 11-game win streak with a test against St. Louis. Closer to home, the Oil Kings visit Medicine Hat to rematch the Tigers. Puck drop for that one's at 7 o'clock. And for the Bills down south, Ed Oliver and Curtis Samuel have been activated from injured reserve. Oliver has missed time since week 3 with the torn bicep. Buffalo playing Denver tomorrow. And earlier, Bo Bichette and the Mets have agreed to a 3-year deal worth $126 million. The 27-year-old can opt out of the contract after years 1 and 2. At Rogers Place, the Georgia Swarm and Calgary Roughnecks butt heads. Action for that gets going at 8 o'clock, and the Raptors are in action out in LA against the Clippers. Toronto's Emmanuel Quickly out with back spasms, and for LA, Kawhi Leonard is sidelined with an ankle injury. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The Reid Wilkins Show returns after the break.
The EST Hangout.
What happened?
What, they didn't hire him now?
No, it's
200
something else
million.
from the New York Mets.
They signed Bo.
Yeah.
Legit?
Yeah.
Wow. Good
Will
for them.
Salmon of The Athletic
Oh,
covers
my
the
God.
New York Mets, says New York Mets and Bo Bichette are in agreement on a 3-year deal pending a physical. League sources tell The
What
Athletic.
a terrible 24 hours to be a Jays fan.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada Ice Dancers, Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier on Support from Home.
We're celebrating all the people at home, the people that have supported us. We know our community is going to be cheering for us, and we know the country is going to be cheering for us. Thank you, Canada.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
Good buddy Lee Hacksaw Hamilton from LeeHacksawHamilton.com.
Stafford's got 49 touchdown passes. He's got obviously 2 brilliant receivers who between them, Hua and Devontae Adams, have 205 receptions combined. He's got 2 running backs that have almost 2,000 yards rushing. If you're asking me, I think the Rams have way too much experience and they'll find a way to weather the weather.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
UFC 324 is live Saturday, January 24th at the Canadian Brewhouse. With TVs at every turn, ice-cold drinks, and non-stop action, you won't miss a second of the fight. UFC 324, live at the Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
The Oil Stream.
Didn't the Rangers do this in the last 5 years? I thought it was the Rangers as well.
They're last in the East.
But by how far? Like,
I think it's pretty tight. I have the standing.
Like that whole East is kind of.
They're 3 points back of Columbus. And
you know what I thought was interesting though in his ridiculous letter? He said this will be a retool built around our core players and prospects.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hope you're having a great Friday afternoon. We certainly are here at Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. We have a lot of great partners here at EST, including Pasta Pantry. Earlier this week, Nathan at Pasta Pantry brought us a full tray overloaded with meatball sandwiches and a great big one of those big serving dishes of pasticcio.
Yeah.
So we've been well fed here. I mean that it lasted more than a day, and there are some hungry big eaters
Which
here
is impressive.
at EST. So it was pretty cool. Pasta Pantry's incredible. They've been sponsoring our Athlete of the Week for nigh on 9 or 10 months now. The Athlete of the Week for Pasta Pantry for over 30 years in Sherwood Park, serving hot, delicious comfort food made right in their kitchen. They do it fast so you can slow down. They're a family at Pasta Pantry. When you go there, you're one of the family. Check out Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the pregame meal.
All right, let's get right to it then and introduce this week's Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week, Molly McKee. You're on with Reid and Jay. Molly, how you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Okay, so let's dive right into this. What age are you, and what school do you currently attend?
I'm 17 and I go to Fort Saskatchewan High School.
Fort Saskatchewan High School. Is that the home of the Wasps or something like that, or the Bees, or the Stingers?
Sting, yeah.
The Sting.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the okay, let's set the stage here. We'll get into some of your athletic accolades, but let's have a little fun here. So you got the big basketball tournament is at your school. You guys get the noon game, and the whole student body comes and watches it. Do they is that how they celebrate, or what is the chant for a Sting, Molly?
We don't have anything quite like that. That's actually a good idea. No, it's just the classic "Let's go Sting."
Okay.
But being in the gym, there's definitely that energy there.
I remember the Fort Saskatchewan Sting. Are the Stings still green and gold?
Yeah.
Okay, well, those are classic numbers. You can't go wrong with that. Molly McKee, you are a multi-sport athlete. You Sting volleyball, basketball, badminton, and you were recently named a Metro All-Star athlete for volleyball, which is fantastic. When did you start playing sports, and what was kind of the first sport that you really had a passion for?
Yeah, my first sport that I started playing was soccer. I started that really young. That's kind of just the sport that everybody in my family played. My dad is really big into soccer. I was like 3 or 4 when I started playing Timbit soccer, and then I still play today. I started volleyball and basketball and badminton when I got to junior high, which would have been grade 8 because we weren't able to play in grade 7 because of COVID.
Now, it's at least to me, it seems as though I see a lot of youth sports being very specific. Kids that will play one sport and they'll play it in spring, they'll play it in fall, then they'll play it, there'll be camps in the summer. So I must say, it's nice to see a multi-sport athlete such as yourself. Now, can you say that playing multi-sports has helped you develop as an athlete in general, instead of just focusing on one sport? Do you think that's helped you throughout your athletic career?
For sure. I mean, all sports have things in common and things not in common, but I think it just makes me more competitive and more driven, just having experience from all these different sports. I think it's just the drive. It really helped.
Now, you were accepted into U of A and McEwen, if I'm not mistaken. So which school are you going to, or if you haven't decided that too, but are you going to try and pursue athletics at the next level?
I did decide. I decided I would go to the U of A for my Bachelor of Science. I always had the goal to kind of play post-secondary, but as I got older, I don't know, I just wasn't as focused on it. So no, I'm not going to be doing that.
And Bachelor of Science. So what do you want to be when you grow up, Molly?
I've thought about this a lot. Recently, optometry has been on my mind, but that's a little bit hard because all of the schools are far away. We don't have one here. There's only like one in Canada. So.
Well, we could EST could use a resident eye doctor.
Yeah, we really could.
Reid
mostly
had a complicated spring, I would say. Okay, just between you and me, okay, Molly. Nobody's listening, nobody's watching. There's not thousands of people watching and listening, but let's talk about your principal, okay, Mr. Tuckwood. Is he? Does he annoy you? You can be honest with me. Is he just generally a kind of an annoying guy? Does he sometimes talk too much? You can be honest with me. No, I'm just kidding, Molly. Mr. Tuckwood is my brother-in-law.
Oh, no way.
And he was the one. He was the one that nominated you for Athlete of the Week. So I just wanted to let you know what he had to say. He said her achievements aren't limited to athletics. Molly has been accepted into the Faculty of Nursing, reflecting her incredible work ethic and passion for helping others. Molly's drive, leadership, and commitment make her an outstanding candidate for EST Athlete of the Week. We are proud of all she has accomplished and excited to see what the future holds for her. So next time, you see him, well, actually, I should probably give him the gift certificate so you don't have to drive all the way to the West End. That's probably what I'll do. And then Mr. Tuckwood will give you your gift certificate. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Well, Molly, thank you. You're fantastic. Good luck with your academic futures here and the rest of the basketball season and badminton season. And enjoy. You are the Pass the Pantry Athlete of the Week. You will get a $25 gift certificate to Pass the Pantry as well as a custom Pass the Pantry Athlete of the Week hat. Molly, thanks for taking time today. Have a good one.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
No, there you go.
Great stuff.
Great stuff.
Man, we love doing that segment.
Yeah.
That's so many great people on.
Fantastic.
Thanks to Pass the Pantry for sponsoring Athlete of the Week. And you can nominate somebody. It's quite easy to do so. Email jay@edmontonsportstalk.com or reid@edmontonsportstalk.com or both of us. And you can also go to our website, edmontonsportstalk.com. Scroll down a little bit. There's a submission form. It's kind of a general one, but you can throw the Athlete of the Week there in there. And we've had so many different age groups, boys and girls, men and women, different sports. We still talk about the classical martial arts? Not the classical martial arts. Historical martial arts, marathon runners, BMX bikers, and then maybe more traditional stuff like the basketball, soccers, and hockey. So we'll cover it all. They're great.
Yeah, we'll highlight anybody. Meeting, I knew Nathan before, but having Nathan come by the office, telling me a bit about the family business. I mean, this has been a family business of theirs since 1993 in Sherwood Park. This is not a fly-by-night restaurant. These guys, they want to help the community. They want to highlight athletes that are doing good things in Edmonton and surrounding area. So kudos to Pass the Pantry. It's a great partnership.
So the team is called the Sting.
The Sting.
Mex in the Nasty Chat never disappoints is their mascot, Paul Newman.
Great one. That's deserving of that.
And Mex wasn't done. If she takes up optometry, she would be a great pupil. Well, yeah, is that the one you wanted? Or you're looking for the other one? I'll do this one. You know what I've never asked you in all the years we've known each other?
I'm excited.
Were you a multi-sport athlete?
Of course.
Before you specialized in the art of the gridiron?
So when I started playing football when I was 8 in Adam Football and Sherwood Park Minor Football Association for the Warriors. But when I got then to junior high, I played basketball and volleyball. And then I played those two sports as well as football through junior high. And when I got to high school, basketball, volleyball, rugby, handball, and football. So I did as much as I could.
But was football always the sport at which you were the best?
Yeah, probably. I was never that good at volleyball. Volleyball, I was just there because my buddies were on the team. Actually, I didn't play volleyball in high school. What am I talking about? I played because volleyball and football would be at the same time.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I played football and basketball. Basketball, I liked. I enjoyed. We were okay. We weren't great. Salisbury, who was our competition, our Sherwood Park rival,
right?
They had some pretty good basketball squads.
Yeah,
in the old late 90s, Reid.
Remember when you wore that Bev Facey hoodie?
Yeah, I should wear it again.
Yeah, well, some people didn't like that.
No, it created quite a stir.
It called some names.
Well, I said it on a show in which we called out some of the Oilers.
Right, yeah.
And a certain Oiler may have replied. And,
true, but some certain listeners may have.
Oh, I got called a lot of names.
Taken exception to you wearing a Facey hoodie.
I got called a lot of names.
You certainly did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you know what, Reid? You just don't look at the comments.
Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle, baby. Oh, and there was lots of floor hockey, Charlie. Lots of floor.
Yeah, I think that was more of an intramural sport.
You remember how crappy those white sticks were with the blue blades?
That's right, yeah. And we had these felt pucks.
Yeah, they're terrible. And you'd try curve the stick and snap.
The floor hockey tournament that Grant Trunk was high stakes.
Was it the bee's knees?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the bee's knees. The bee's knees cup. That's what we should have called it. All right. We're going to make our guaranteed to be correct NFL predictions. Like, you totally guaranteed to be correct. We're happy to hear yours as well. Tell you what, we got an hour left. Then we're flying into the weekend. We need 9 thumbs to get this show to 100.
Do it!
We've had 100 thumbs on every show. Now, people might say, why does this Wilkins guy, like, all he talks about is thumbs? Hey, no, I don't. I talk about toes as well. And second of all, yeah, it makes us feel good. It's nice to see people are invested. But every time we get a click, whether it's a thumb or somebody watching a show, it helps us build the algorithm on YouTube. And the show gets recommended or pops up as a recommendation in people's feeds, helps build the audience, get Edmonton Sports Talk out there. So please, if you haven't already, give us the thumbs up. If you already have, then you can help by clicking share and emailing or texting the show link to a friend, a sibling, a cousin, well, any relative, an enemy, a long-lost lover.
What about an enema?
Hello, Catherine. I realize many moons have passed since our last correspondence. I often while away the hours thinking of you as I listen to Edmonton Sports Talk on YouTube. I am forwarding you a link to this program. I want to be clear, this is not in an effort to rekindle our love. I found our relationship and you precisely quite distasteful. However, I think that perhaps this program may fall under your umbrella of interests. Regards, Reginald. The 5 o'clock break.
2 guys and a goalie.
In less than 5 years, Matt Schaefer will be the best D-man in the league.
Ooh, less than 5?
Yeah.
I got to fire it.
Fire it.
Yeah, he's, I think Makar will still be up there. And
Yeah.
he'll be close, though.
He'll definitely be in like the
In the
top
conversation.
tier, but to dethrone the likes
Yeah.
of Makar, it's
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences. Plus, all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom. And from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. Hi, it's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada Ice Dancers, Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier on Support from Home.
We're celebrating all the people at home, the people that have supported us. We know our community is going to be cheering for us, and we know the country is going to be cheering for us. Thank you, Canada.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses. Because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
5 games in the NHL today, 2 of which are just about to get underway. The Sharks facing off with the Red Wings before the Panthers and Hurricanes tussle. After that, the Lightning and Blues face off. Tampa Bay looking for 12 straight wins. The nightcap sees the Ducks and Kings facing off at 8:30. For Medicine Hat, the Oil Kings and Tigers face off at 7. Medicine Hat snapping Edmonton's 8-game winning streak on Wednesday. In NFL news, the Bills have activated Ed Oliver and Curtis Samuel from injured reserve. Oliver has been out since week 3 with the torn bicep, with Buffalo taking on Denver tomorrow. And no Emmanuel Quickly for the Raptors as they take on the Clippers at 5:30. On the other side, no Kawhi Leonard. He's banged up with an ankle issue. And just getting underway, it's the Cavs and 76ers, while the Pacers and Pelicans tip off. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 3, the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Are we good, Coop? All right. Oh, my goodness. It's after 5 on a Friday. It's quitting time. Punch out early, everybody. No, not early. When do people stop working now? How many people actually work 9 to 5 nowadays? Like
a lot.
14%?
No.
Higher?
No. Yeah.
Lower?
Higher. I actually think there's probably a lot of people that, I know. I hear
we
you.
can hear something.
Yeah, we hear you, Benny. Hey, settle down. Hey, chill out. What, you want to be a part of that, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
You freak. All right.
Ben Thompson, thanks for disrupting the show, Ben. What'd they teach you at Nate? Yeah, just walk in on your colleagues when they're live. It's fine.
So 9 to 5 would be an 8-hour workday, right?
Yes. No lunch.
I think that's pretty common.
Eat at your desk.
Like, what is our workday?
I don't know.
7 hours?
Yeah, ish.
7.5. Like, you're usually here by 10:30, right?
Yes, I'd say I'm usually here between 10:15 and 10:30.
And I'm usually here.
Do I start working right away? Debatable.
I'm usually here between 11 and noon.
True, but you sometimes have off-site meetings.
Yeah.
And our jobs, we can do prep bookings, little ideas from home. We'll often text each other in the evening and be like, hey, what do you think of this? And you'll be like, no, don't do that, Reid.
Well, yeah, we usually set up our show well in advance.
Yeah, depending
We're
on the
very
day.
organized.
Yeah. 8:30 to 4:30.
Yeah.
Did I tell you? I don't know if I told you this. I had a colleague he was working at Ched. He left Ched to take a job as a 911 operator. And the shift, like he did training first, and then the shifts were 4 days on, 4 days off. But the work days were as follows. Let's say he started on a Monday. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday. Start at 6 p.m. Wednesday. Go to 6 a.m. Thursday. 6 p.m. Thursday to 6 a.m. Friday. And then Friday counted as the first of his 4 days off. So then he would start again at 9 a.m. at 6 a.m. on Tuesday.
Oh, those are called 412s.
But
flipping
the clock around, like that would be hard to go from, okay, you work 2 days in a row, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and then you're off for 24 hours, and then you're working where you were sleeping for the previous 2 days.
Yeah, that's
I don't know why they do it that way. Maybe somebody will know in the nasty chat. You can also text us 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino. Why don't you check out the River Cree mobile app? It's free to download. You can get exclusive offers and promotions. It's easy to use. It's safe and secure. You can get your show tickets there, make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants, all that fun stuff. And of course, you can also go to the website to look for other information too, rivercreeresort.com. My buddy was not working from home. He went to a call center or something. Dispatch, yeah.
Should we do a limerick quick?
Yes, please do.
All right, this one comes in from a Teef. A limerick for you. In Edmonton's bright, lively space, the NLL brings thrills to the place. With Swarm on the field, their prowess revealed. Against Roughnecks, they'll clash with great pace.
Oh, wow. It's pretty good.
Well done.
Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. We're going to do our guaranteed to be correct NFL playoff predictions. We always have fun with this. It's going to be buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. Okay, so you went 5-1. You did very well.
Mm-hmm.
I went 3-3. The classic, a coin flip could have done just as well as Reid, but at least I wasn't below 500.
At least you're not made of silver.
Well, my fillings. By the way, we need 3 thumbs for 100.
See the
baby.
price of silver lately?
I have not.
It's taking
You're
off.
quite excited about it.
Well, it's.
You live on a silver
Russian.
mine?
Yeah, right.
Coop's going down there, little miner's hat, hauling out the silver.
Well, I don't know. It's just it's fun. I follow the markets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you got to save these, right? I'll
I
give
got
you my
it.
sheet after. So you have to go first then, because you for the first game, because you're ahead.
Okay.
Buff Den.
Therefore, Twilight. I'm taking Buffalo. I've been outspoken against this. I'd be a schmuck if I went back on my word. Look, I just think that this is the year for Mr. Josh Allen to try and get it done. I asked this earlier to our guest, Brandon Cristall out of Denver. Is Bo Nix ready? I don't know that he is. If they hiccup, if Buffalo or if Denver gets in their own way a little bit, Buffalo, I think, wins this. And a high-scoring game favors the Broncos heavily. You know that Bo Nix, in the Bo Nix era, he was 1-8 against teams that score more than 17 points. Buffalo has scored 24 or more points in 10 of their 11 playoff games with Josh Allen. So, Buffalo, 34. Denver, 21.
Okay. Well, I think Denver is very good. I think this is funny because I feel as if a lot of people are saying, well, this is Denver's chance or Buffalo's chance because they don't have to play Mahomes and they don't have to play Burrow or they don't have to play Jackson. But by the same token, is this Buffalo team as strong as some of those other teams? I don't know if it is, but Josh Allen is outstanding. And I have to be true to my preseason prediction, which was for the Bills to win the Super Bowl. So I'm not going to hedge and then be like, oh, I'm going to now pick them to lose, and then I'll be right either way, possibly. So I am going to take Buffalo in a close game. I think maybe a bit of a slugfest. I think Allen will be the difference here. I'm going to take Buffalo 23-20 over Denver. So we're both taking Buffalo on the road.
Okay, San Fran, Seahawks.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, look, I realize if Sam Darnold can't play or is limited, that hurts the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Having said that, unlike Buffalo, they don't revolve around their quarterback. I mean, there's some McEwen students that work the games at Rogers Place, and there's one who's a big Bills fan. And I was like, hey, the Bills won. And she said, yeah, hopefully they can win again. And she said, who do you like? And I said, the Seahawks. And then she said, well, your quarterback might be out. I said, yeah, but the team doesn't revolve around them. She's like, well, my team does. So I still think the Seahawks are a very good team. I think they have an outstanding defense. Now, Warner's not going to play, right, for the Niners. Kittle's not going to play. They will have Williams back, so that'll be a difference from their game 2 weeks ago. I just think the Hawks' defense is incredibly dialed in, and they make plays. I think their special teams are very good. They have Shaheed, the outstanding returner, who can pull off a big play. I just think the Hawks are too dialed in and too quick. And I think even if Darnold is hurt or limited, they can still win this game. So I'm going to go Seattle 27-17.
Okay, Seattle. What was the score?
27-17.
Okay, I've been on the 49ers all playoffs. I think Christian McCaffrey has the ability to change a game. I think Brock Purdy can distribute the ball. Even without George Kittle in the lineup, he's going to have to lean on Christian McCaffrey quite a bit. I see this as a very tight game, but I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers 24-23.
1 point. Okay.
Uno. Houston, New England. After seeing, Houston won 30-6 against Pittsburgh. And that might have been CJ Stroud's worst game as a professional.
That one, even though Houston won,
there was a pick six.
They pulled away at the end, even though they were very
and
good.
CJ Stroud played terribly.
Didn't he have 2 or 3 turnovers?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just think this defense is elite. I think this defense is by far and away the best defense in the NFL and obviously left in these playoffs. I think the defense is going to come through in a big way, and it's going to be a low-scoring game again, but that's how Houston likes to play. 16-13, Texans.
Okay, I also have a low-scoring game. I feel I don't have as good a read on these two teams as I didn't see these two teams play a lot in the regular season. I know May might win the MVP. Even the who did New England play? The Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I saw bits and pieces of that game. Didn't the Oilers play that night too? Was that on Sunday night? I can't remember now. No, they played Monday night. But I think it's going to be low scoring, and because I don't feel overly confident about a score prediction, I'm going to predict a scoregami.
Yes.
New England 11, Houston 9.
Oh, wow.
That score has never happened in the history of the National Football League.
Is that score even possible?
Sure, it's possible.
How?
11-9?
Yeah,
Several ways.
2-point conversion. Or no. Field goal? No. Here's what it is.
For 11 or for 9?
For 11. 4 safeties and a field goal.
A field goal. So I'll go New England 11, Houston 9.
Okay.
LA Rams at Chicago. I'm going to pick the Rams again because before the season I picked them to win the NFC. My preseason Super Bowl pick was Bills over Rams. So I'm not going to hedge on that now. They're both still alive. They're both very good teams, so I'm still going to pick them to win. Quite frankly, if not for that, I'd probably be picking the Bears, Jay. I have come around on the Bears.
I have not.
This is not the incompetent team they were last year. It's going to be quite chilly in Chicago for this game, but I will go with. But I also have a ton of respect for the Rams, and they got a great coach, they got a great quarterback. They're a well built team. I know, as you have said, they do have a tendency sometimes to shoot themselves in the foot. But I'm going to go Rams 26, Bears 19.
Okay, I shouldn't say I haven't at least understood or seen or acknowledged that the Bears are a different team. They are. Ben Johnson has done some pretty awesome things with that team. Caleb Williams, he's proving, okay, he wasn't a bust.
Right.
Okay, he had a major comeback, bounce back year after his rookie season. But this is Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams. This is Sean McVay coming in, who, by the way, little side note here. Do you remember last week when the Chicago Bears beat the Green Bay Packers? Do you remember the dismissive running handshake that Ben Johnson gave to Matt LaFleur?
Well, I don't, because I was covering Oilers.
Do you remember Ben Johnson then going into the Bears locker room saying, F the Packers, F their staff, F the coaches? Do you know who Sean McVay's best friend is? Do you know who Sean McVay has as an assistant coach on his team? Matt LaFleur's brother. You know Sean McVay's best friend is Matt LaFleur. This is a revenge game. This is a revenge game for Sean McVay and the Los Angeles Rams. They're going to go in and kick the tires off of the Bears. 31-17 Rams.
Okay. Well, we're both taking the Rams.
Yeah.
So we agree on 2.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
The one that I'm most foggy about is the Patriots could be really good. But Houston, that defense is really, really good.
Yes. All right. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Our NFL picks, part of buying or selling for Damon Bunting. What's going on with the Canucks? Are they rebuilding? Are they going to try to draft first overall? What's happening? Matt Sekeres from the Sekeres and Price podcast when we get back.
Two games are live in the NHL right now, both midway through the first period. Each game scoreless as the Sharks and Red Wings go at it. We also see Carolina and Florida matching up. And after that, Tampa Bay seeks 12 straight wins. They're on the road in St. Louis for 6 o'clock puck drop. Closer to home, the Oil Kings visit Medicine Hat to rematch the Tigers. Puck drop for that one is at 7. And for the Bills, Ed Oliver and Curtis Samuel have been activated from injured reserve. Oliver has been out since week 3 with the torn bicep. Buffalo playing Denver tomorrow. Earlier, Bo Bichette and the Mets agreed to a 3-year deal worth $126 million. The 27-year-old can opt out of the deal after years 1 and 2. At Rogers Place, the Georgia Swarm and the Calgary Roughnecks butt heads. Action gets going at 8 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Raptors challenge the Clippers. Toronto's Emmanuel quickly out with back spasms. And for LA, Kawhi Leonard is sidelined with an ankle injury. Right now in the NBA, it's Pelicans down 19-15 to the Pacers, as the 76ers have a 14-11 lead over the Cavs. Each game halfway through the opening quarter. Matt Sekeres joins us on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Hey, Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
December's festive featured wing flavors are here at the Canadian Brewhouse. It's festive cranberry versus Korean bulgogi in the ultimate flavor showdown. Try them anytime or just 67 cents every Wing Wednesday for a limited time. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Sentinel Storage presents Team Canada ice dancers Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier on Support from Home.
We're celebrating all the people at home, the people that have supported us. We know our community is going to be cheering for us, and we know the country is going to be cheering for us. Thank you, Canada.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Team Canada.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. Okay, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Hope you have a great weekend ahead of you. 2 games for your Edmonton Oilers. Hopefully you are fired up for those ones. Presented by Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces, whether it's gas or wood burning. Look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. So Sunday at Rogers Place here in downtown Edmonton, 6 o'clock game. 5 o'clock pregame show here on EST. Oilers Blues, game number 1,000 for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. 8 o'clock game, Oilers at Canucks. And I'm sure many of you have noticed it has been a tough go for the Vancouver Canucks. To discuss that and who knows what else from the Sekeres and Price podcast in Vancouver, our buddy Matt Sekeres checking in. Matt, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Hi, fellas. Good to be with you again. Appreciate the offer.
You and I have had some interesting discussions over the last few years, haven't we, about our hockey teams?
We sure have. And when you think of the Oilers' dark years and how it seemed to dovetail perfectly into the Canucks' dark years, boy, Reid, it's been a long time where one of these franchises was in a spot now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a good playoff series a couple of years ago, obviously, a bit of a convergence there. But,
right.
Man, oh, man. I mean, I thought this might be a tough year for Vancouver. I didn't see this. I didn't see the trade coming. And now they have not won a game this calendar year. Let's start with the Hughes trade. I mean, when was that? You know, I'll kind of put you and Blake together, I guess. When was that really on your radar where it was like, oh my, this is going to happen?
Well, when they got off to a tough start, we figured, okay, this is going to come down to a Quinn Hughes trade. And then everything moved so fast from there, Reid. Like, it was incredible and breakneck for a franchise that doesn't tend to move that quickly. The next thing you know, the body language and the interviews with Hughes were getting terrible. You could tell that there was something amiss. You could tell that Vancouver Canucks senior managers and owners were having a bunch of meetings, and that really we were approaching sort of a seminal moment for the Canucks. But we figured, because, I mean, nobody dithers like this franchise, and we figured, look, they're going to have trouble coming to grips with trading arguably the best player in franchise history. So for me, at the very least, it was going to be a new year. Like this time, like mid-January, I would have went, okay, that's probably aggressive, but that's when I could see it happening. I thought it would take till the trade deadline, and maybe even worse yet, to the summer if they were really having trouble come to grips with this. But the next thing you know, like within a week to 10 days, the Vancouver Canucks had traded yet another captain, because they traded one a few years ago in Bo Horvat, and had traded one of the best defensemen in the NHL and one of the best players in franchise history. And boy, it's been quite a month plus since then.
Yeah, I mean, the current, I mean, it's funny, the Oilers got the Jets on an L11, and I think got them the last loss in that one. They're getting Vancouver here. I mean, it's 0-7-2 in the last 9. I was looking at it. There aren't a lot of goals being scored by the, like, is that, I mean, I guess when you're losing that many in a row, there's a lot of problems. So what's the biggest thing keeping them down here?
The defensive structure all year has been atrocious.
Okay.
For a head coach who was the defensive coach last year, who has had some success with this group in terms of goal prevention and defending, and for a guy, needless to say, who was a hell of a shutdown defenseman in his era, Adam Foote, it's been amazingly bad. And look, if there was one thing the Canucks were going into the season that they felt they could hang their hats on, was that this was a really good defensive team. They had pretty darn good goaltending at different points, great goaltending when Thatcher Demko was healthy and playing at his optimum. And they defended really well as 5-man skating units in front of that goaltender, this under Rick Tocchet. Adam Foote said he wanted to change the defensive system, be more adaptive. What that turned out to be was more of a man-on-man defensive system as opposed to the zonal approach that Rick Tocchet had. And here we are nearly 50 games into the season, and outside of Philip Roenick, maybe a couple of others, nobody seems to be able to play this system, which makes you wonder whether the Canucks don't have the right personnel for it or just don't have the right personnel. The personnel doesn't have the right hockey IQ, but it's been really surprising that Adam Foote has stuck to his guns on this. So over the course of the year, it's been that. And yeah, more recently, it's been their troubles scoring goals, and they're having all sorts of trouble scoring goals. I mean, Brock Besser broke a 21-game drought yesterday. Wow. 21 for a $7.25 million winger who had been a 40-goal guy in this league not 2 years ago. So, yeah, the offense has dried up, and that's made them a much tougher watch, and they were a tough watch even before that.
Yeah. Okay, a couple more for you. Matt Sekeres joining us out of Vancouver from the Sekeres and Price podcast. He's on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. So, look, like, you know what it's like. You hear all these other things, like you hear stuff from other cities, but that's why I like having you on, because you're right there. Like, we hear, DeBrusk's name coming up in trade. We hear So are they going to try to send Evander? Like we even hear Evander Kane back to Edmonton, which by the way I don't think is happening. But like, are they going to try to like embrace this difficult? Maybe let's finish last place and trade away some more guys to get draft picks or some younger assets.
They are now using the word rebuild. They're now putting a 2 to 3 year timeline on it, which for some is aggressive, ambitious. It may be longer than that, but we'll see. And the president of hockey operations, Jim Rutherford, even said this week, I was actually surprised he gave it voice, but he basically said, we want to lose games now. We want a high draft pick. Draft pick optimization is the name of the game from this point forward. They're going to make some trades. They're certainly going to trade unrestricted free agent Kiefer Sherwood. That file seemingly has picked up a little bit here in the last 24, 48 hours. And they're listening on everyone, including guys with full no move or no trade clauses, because I think they realize the gravity of the situation here, how poorly the roster has been constructed, and how they need younger players to try and turn this thing around in their given timeline. So I think they're going to be one of the busiest, one of the most active clubs between now and the trade deadline. And I do think a lot of contenders will be checking in with the Canucks regularly and vying for some of the Canucks players.
Yeah, this is such I'll just kind of I know I reference this almost every time I have you on, but it was just funny because when you and I talked a few years ago, and one of us was like, well, they need a 10-game winning streak on top of another 10-game winning streak to get back into the playoffs. And then they actually did win 10 in a row that year, I think under Boudreau. And then that changes. And then, like we said, they're pretty good for a year, toe-to-toe with the Oilers for 7 games. And then, like last year, it's the Miller trade. And now this year, it's the Hughes trade. And you're talking about more trades. Like, it's just like, how's we know what Canadian hockey fans are like. Where's the fan base at with this club?
Probably as low as they've ever been.
Wow.
Certainly as low as they've ever been in my 18 years of living in Vancouver and covering this team. If they lose to the Oilers tomorrow night, they will tie the franchise record losing streak, which was set back in the early days of the 1997 season. So right off the bat, Reid, I can tell you if they lose tomorrow night, this is the worst 10-game stretch of Canucks hockey in 30 years. The club-long winless streak back in the days when we had ties was 73-74. It was 13. So that could be within range here, Reid. We'll see. They have an 8-game homestand that starts tomorrow night, and they have some really big marquee opponents. Like virtually every star in the league is coming through here. Sydney, Alex, Connor, Macklin, the Islanders, where their former captain Bo Horvat now plays. That's the one you missed in your rundown there. It was the Boudreau season. Yeah. The next year they traded the captain Bo Horvat. Then they traded, Miller and now Hughes. So it's been quite a 4-year, quite a quadrennial here in Vancouver. So the losing streak and the winless streak are in range here. And the funny part is I actually, for example, we're doing pretty good numbers on our show right now, Reid. Like we have a lot of people interested because I think Canucks fans are at the point where they're like, okay, finally what has to happen is going to happen because of the gross ineptitude of this franchise. Like they were trying to be good this year, and drip, 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 slowly but surely, you now have their managers articulating a rebuild and a timeline, which is something that many fans in this market have been saying should have gone on for at some point over the last 12 years. So, an inflection point and a crossroads for the franchise is keeping some interest up. But in terms of, where their hearts and minds and spirits are, they're pretty low. Most people in this town are rooting for the Vancouver Canucks to lose games and get as high a pick as they can.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, unfortunately, covering the Oilers, I went through that a few times. But till they kind of ironed some things out.
Hey, the good news for Oilers fans is not only are the Canucks going through this, I think that team down south is about to go through this as well. maybe with or without a 10-game losing streak.
It'll be hopefully it's a fun game tomorrow. I mean, big picture, I know what you're saying. An individual game, anything can happen. And like I said, we've seen, I saw 8-1 to start a season, and then the Oilers almost won the cup that year. So you never know what can happen in each individual game. But we enjoy your perspective, Matt. We really appreciate it. I know you're busy. Thanks for fitting us in. I'm sure we'll talk down the road.
Yeah, but we sure will. Thanks for the time, Reid. You be well.
Right on. Matt Sekeres from the Sekeres Price podcast out of Vancouver, checking in on the Oil Country Towing hotline. Did you think he was going to put it that bleakly?
No, that was sad.
I mean, we know what's going on, but man, oh man.
That's, okay, Canucks.
Well, Oilers fans aren't sad, but I know what you're saying.
I know Oilers fans aren't sad, but just to see where that team was 2 years ago, this is an extreme fall from grace, and very fast. How this has happened, and their star players wanting out, leaving. Elias Pettersson underperforming. Well,
the Canucks leading scorer, which is him. Now he's played 39 games. He's missed some games. Has 29 points.
Yeah, not good. Bet you Jake DeBrusk regrets signing there.
The crazy thing is, if I would have told you at the start of the season that Kiefer Sherwood was going to have 17 goals, you probably would have been like, well, if he has 17 goals, how much do the other guys? They're going to be in first place.
Right. Gager called that. Gager was on Kiefer Sherwood early.
He really likes him.
And even though that started his breakout against the Oilers. But yeah, that's got to be tough.
Well, it's interesting too. Like the Oilers play in Vancouver tomorrow, and then the Oilers start an 8-game homestand. And here, for the longest of time, with the schedule and all those road games in November and December, it's been like, okay, wait till they're at home. There's a chance to maybe bank a lot of points.
Yes.
The Canucks are starting an 8-game homestand, and it's like, can we go 0-8?
Right.
Can we bank 0 points?
Yeah, I guess, you could look at the standings and assume that it is quite bleak in Vancouver, but I didn't know it was that bad. I mean, he said this is the worst his team's performed in 30 seasons.
Yeah, long time.
Wow.
We are Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta, your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. You wanted to do more trivia with me?
Yeah, I
Friday afternoon. So we're still going to do some trivia, Canadian trivia from the box of cards my mom got us for Christmas.
Well, we got to do Name the Animal,
We're going to do a Name the Animal, maybe 2, and we got to do Words of the Day. We're flying into the weekend with some fun stuff.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
How many do you think you're going to get? 5 questions.
Oh, I don't know. I can't pick for myself. I'd like to think I'm going to get all 5. Coob, how am I going to do?
4.
Coob, so Coob nailed it. I only would get 2 last time. You got the vibe. You sensed the vibe.
I'm putting the over-under at 3.
Okay.
What national team soccer player notched her record-setting 186th international goal in 2020?
Christine Sinclair.
I was thinking that same thing.
Who formed Canada's first known confederacy?
First known. This is maybe a tricky one. Now, I don't know if you're referring to a person or the provinces or if this was before the Confederation in 1867. Can you read the question again?
Who formed Canada's first known confederacy?
Okay, I'm going to go off the rails a little bit here because I
think you should.
Upper Canada and Lower Canada. Poop.
Iroquois.
Oh, wow, okay.
Who won a Juno in 2023 for his song Sacrifice?
Oh, my God. Can I guess and then Coob can give the right answer?
Coob might know it.
I'll say Drake, and then Coob can give the correct answer.
What was the name of the song?
Sacrifice.
The Weeknd.
Oh, it was? I should have guessed him. He wins everything.
That sounds like a Weeknd song, too.
What game show was hosted by Canadian-born Alex Trebek for 37 seasons?
Jeopardy.
On. You can't...
Yes, they can have that, Coob. Why can't they have that?
And it's
you can have that, but that's
I know, but
maybe some people wouldn't know it.
He mispronounced it. It's pronounced Geopardy. True or false, if attacked by a cougar, this is an animal, you should play dead.
False. Super false.
Okay, not bad.
Isn't it Cougars? You got to make yourself look big and wave your arms
You
around.
should fight back, it says in parentheses.
It's like a bear.
With bears, you play dead.
Depending on the type of bear.
Okay.
A grizzly bear, you play dead. If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, fight back.
Is that what it is?
Something like that.
I like that.
I don't like my
And if
chances
it's a
fighting
polar
any
bear,
type of
you're
bear.
screwed.
Even Winnie the Pooh, I don't think I'd do well against.
His hands are full of honey. Oh, hey, Reid. Would you like to suck on my honey?
Oh, my God. No, I would not, Winnie.
Why not?
Move along.
Why not?
I went down the wrong alley. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brewhouse. After 4 p.m., grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99 or wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. All right, Oilers game tomorrow against the Vancouver Canucks. Oh, Hello Hockey, of course, is from 10 a.m. until noon with Tom Gazzola, and then the 7 o'clock Oil Stream pregame show with Tom leading into the 8 o'clock game. We're going to have some fun with Name the Animal, Words of the Day, who knows what else. 100 thumbs, but if you haven't clicked the thumbs up on YouTube, you still got time to do so. Here's the coup.
Games on today's NHL slate, 2 of which are live. The Hurricanes up 1-0 over the Panthers. Nikolai Ehlers with his 12th of the season. They're at the first intermission, and with about 3 minutes left to go in the opening frame, it's Will Smith on the board for San Jose, tying the game out 1-1 against Detroit. After that, the Lightning and Blues face off. And from Medicine Hat, the Oil Kings and Tigers go at it at 7 o'clock. Medicine Hat snapping Edmonton's 8-game winning streak when they met Wednesday. NFL news, the Bills have activated Ed Oliver and Curtis Samuel from the injured reserve. Oliver has been out since week 3 with a torn bicep, with Buffalo taking on Denver tomorrow. And no Emmanuel Quickly tonight for the Raptors. They got underway momentarily against the Clippers, and Kawhi Leonard is out for LA with a banged up ankle. 3 games live right now in the NBA. 76ers up 32-31 over the Cavs, while it's a 2-point lead for the Pacers over the Pelicans. Each of those games midway through the second quarter of play. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show for the week brings us back on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Into the weekend we go. My plans, a lot of quiet reflection.
My plans, driving around to different children's sporting events.
I will, I might do some driving tomorrow. Well, probably drive every day. I might help my dad's looking for a laptop.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, well, I might take him to that place here you mentioned.
Yeah, I mentioned that place. That's where I got this little ditty from.
See something simple, reliable. Yeah.
Fun fact about Jay Milne that you might not all know. This is my first ever laptop I've ever owned.
Really?
Yeah. Never had one.
How come?
Didn't need one. I had a desktop.
Did you use iPads at all? For work?
Nope.
Just on the desktop. The good old PC.
Good old give me that tower, baby.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow,
I haven't had a tower computer for a while.
But I'll never go back, Reid. I'm a laptop guy.
You're a lappy now. Hey, lappy.
Who came up with a dog with a cape? When did that arrive? I watched Superman for years on television. I never saw a dog with a cape.
All right, let's have some laughs before we, hopefully we had laughs earlier in the day too, but let's do a couple special segments. This is our world famous one. I don't know if we'll have time for two animals. We'll do one for sure. Save the other one. We don't get to it. I know you have to go wrangle them out of the wild, out of the wilderness.
It was hard getting the ones today. It was too icy.
Name the animal. Name the animal.
All right. Thanks to Taylor Swift for recording the lyrics for that.
Name this animal.
It's a wild
It
jay.
could be a few things.
Could be. Hit it, Coob.
Oh, yeah. Can't look. Okay, but I didn't do my usual spiel.
Well, that's a wild boar.
Yeah, it's got to be something piggish.
That's a boar.
No?
What?
So you can play along at home by texting in to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999, or posting in the Nasty Chat. We're not going to look. If you guess the animal before we do, you get pride. We do. This is not a contest. You don't win anything. It's for educational
get a shout out.
and entertainment purposes.
That's not a pig.
Yeah, I thought pig something piggish. Is it a piggish animal?
A piggish animal?
Is it of the pig family?
It
what
is
are pigs?
of the
Or signs? Is that what you
pig
call them?
family, yeah.
But it's not a wild boar. Well, that's
It is
pretty
not a
close.
wild boar.
Is it a regular farm pig?
Yes.
Is it Wilbur from? Was it Wilbur and Charlotte's Web?
Charlotte's Web.
No, it should have been though. It's just a regular old pig.
Okay, so we got the pig.
Maybe? I don't know.
So let's do
I don't
two.
know. Why did I say or sign for pig? What's the name for pig? That's the or sign is not a pig. That's like some kind of medication or something.
Consult your doctor
Anybody
about
put it in?
Orsign today.
Oh, let's do the second one then.
Okay. Yeah,
Wait,
let's
I
get
got
to
to
it.
find out what another name for a pig is.
Okay.
Okay, we do. You know
Hmm.
how cows are bovine? Like,
Yeah.
What's that equivalent name for pig?
Pig vine? That's pretty good.
Is it just swine? Maybe it's just swine.
Swine.
True. Yeah, swine.
Bacon.
Jeez.
Pork shoulder? Pork chop? What's going on, pork chop?
All right, give her.
All right. I'm firing away.
That's a cow.
That's a cow.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Pig and cow.
Yeah, that's
He was trying to trick us with the simplicity of farm animals.
I wanted to make it really easy for you guys to overthink.
He was trying to get us, but we're so dumb we couldn't get pulled into overthinking.
Yeah, you didn't trick us. We're
Wow.
We're, yeah.
That was quite underwhelming.
We're not as dumb as we look.
Should have been the other
Nobody
days
can be
off
that
topic time.
dumb.
There you go.
Hey, well, thanks for playing along, guys. Yeah, it was like like when I was 3 or 4 years old, I had the little pad where it'd be like the rotary
That's what that
phone.
sounded
and
like.
Yeah, that's exactly. What sound does a cow make?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like. All right, so we had a pig and a cow.
2 for 2, baby.
We went 2 for 2, flying into the weekend. Time for your words of the day, presented by Edmonton Public Library. Check out Edmonton Public Library's Intellectual Freedom Campaign. EPL stands up for your right to explore every topic, every belief, and every opinion without censorship. Learn more about how EPL protects your freedom to read at intellectualfreedom.ca.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
Did you save my NFL picks?
I got them right here.
Okay, so make sure you save that, Pep.
I'll just put this in the boardroom.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, first word. You can figure out the word, Reid. I'm just going to give you a simple clue. V is for?
Venom.
V is for? It's a movie, isn't it?
Oh, Vendetta.
Yeah.
Oh,
first word of the day,
yes.
Vendetta.
Vendetta. Vendetta. And that is to have... that is to seek... I'm trying to... I know what it is. I'm trying to think of how I would put it as a definition, though. It is like it's kind of like a grudge, but you want to seek revenge and cause harm to somebody for in retribution for a slight or something like that.
Yeah. Vendetta refers to an active and mutual hatred between two families or groups, also known as a blood feud. It can also refer to an often prolonged series of retaliatory, vengeful, or hostile acts.
Yeah.
Well done, Reid. 2 for 2.
Good movie, V for Vendetta.
It wasn't that Antonio Banderas?
It was not. It was Natalie Portman.
Yeah, same thing.
What are you thinking about?
I don't know.
Are you thinking of Desperado?
Maybe. It's just you know my movie...
El Mariachi?
My movie stuff isn't...
I'm just checking if he was in that film. I do not think he was. Hugo Weaving, Natalie Portman, Stephen Ray, Stephen Fry, John Hurt. What Antonio Banderas movie are you thinking? You might be thinking of...
Puss in Boots.
You're thinking of one of the Shrek movies?
Isn't he Puss in Puss?
Oh, was that... Yeah, he is. Oh, was there a... Did it have... The cat had its own movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's a good movie.
I think that would be probably a lot... I haven't seen Puss in Boots. I'm guessing it's a lot different tone than V for Vendetta.
Probably.
I think.
I haven't seen V for Vendetta, but I can assure you it is a different tone.
You should watch it.
You should watch Puss in Boots.
Maybe. Well, I will watch Frozen at some point.
Ah, that's what you should do this weekend. Quick update from the Duke Junior High Basketball Tournament. The Ardrossan Senior Women's Team is up 27-10 at halftime.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's your kid doing?
She's doing pretty good, Reid.
Good?
She's doing pretty good. Don't want to gloat. Second word of the day, spinandry.
Ooh, I have not ever heard of this word. Spinandry?
Yeah, you like this word.
Well, I'm trying to think. Okay, I'll just go with my first instinct. You've taught me to do that. I can already see you reaching for the wrong button.
No.
Spinandri. Yeah, thanks. Okay. All right, I'm a...
Spinandry.
Humiliated.
Spandandry.
Spandry?
Yep.
Okay, so I had spinandry. It's a fun word to say, spinandry. I don't know what where this word would come from or what it would mean. So I'll sacrifice another half point and take a sentence.
The insect colony suffered from severe spinandry, making reproduction nearly impossible.
Fertility? Infertility. A wave of infertility. Mass infertility.
Okay.
May I take a guess?
Yeah.
Being born without a certain body part.
That's gross. No.
This is the ant colony of Ardrossan. Many of the male ants born without a... The narrator, born without a wang. A mess. Poor lads. Good luck keeping the colony going. You wangless little creatures.
It is almost like what you're saying, Reid.
That's sick, Coop.
Yeah, sick.
Like Coop has never before wanted to guess. He has never before wanted to guess the definition. And that's like, I got it. Born without genitals.
Well, you might as well be, because spinandry is a biological term meaning the extreme scarcity or lack of males within a population.
Oh, so it just means there's not enough not enough males.
Yeah.
The males that are present are operational.
They are operational, Reid, yes.
Yeah.
And busy.
Too busy.
Lord Stevensworth, before you continue narrating the documentary, let's just go over the definition of spinandry. Oh, I think I know what it means very well. It means they were born without wangs. No, it says they have wangs. There's just not a lot of them.
Oh, what a way. What a way to end the week.
What a perfect... So I only went 2 out of 4. That's fine.
Oh, my
I feel
goodness.
like the laughter generated from that should give me a 0.1.
Yes, it does.
All right, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Hello Hockey with Tom Gazzola and Belzy. That's 10 to noon. Then they're back on at 7 o'clock for the GCL Diesel pregame show. Oilers and Nucks at 8. Oilers Blues, by the way, at 6 on Sunday. Nuge will play career game number 1,000. On behalf of the Wangless Wonder, Zachary Kubish, and the glue guy, Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a good weekend.